Yo! Blazing fire, yeah man, this is Ras out of Belize. And the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. Right? Yeah man. We blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah man, Ras say that. Blazing fire, lion boy.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Plagabenz and time have come for the lion to tell them own story. This is the Lion's Voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lion's voice. Now put it, I jolly for say that.
Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. Them fully guard up and them quick fi execute, ya. Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, ya. The one will laugh, I'm same one of the shooter. Watching them, this is Ras Pele representing for the Lion Voice Network. This is the time when the lion gets to tell our own story. Haile Selassie.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the lion voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here, hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.
This is culture sound, a Rastaman sound, positive sound.
Culture sound system with DJ Culture Fire TG.
And now you're in tune to the culture sound, Rasta sound.
Culture sound, because I'm DJ Culture Fire TG.
I help coming from the true living eyes, Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, who created Zion and earth. He shall not suffer and I foot to be moved. I hold, he that keepeth Ethiopia shall neither slumber nor sleep. Well, youths in the streets right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire now cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The youths them rise against brutality, man a kill another man for your salary. Them train them at the shooting gallery, black and loot, you might lose all your family. Them defend white supremacy, so them see the African as them enemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say culture sound
like this for centuries, them sick mentally. That's why we have the out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now.
What do you have to tell the people about Rastafari?
Hi to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I like himself. Hey yo, yeah, hear them high, hear the black king born the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From Ancient time them a try. Them Romans now them just up in them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi. They stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe.
Who?
Go through tribulation. And I strive, see sufferation. And I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bonsu, aka the Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney. I'm an author. I'm an artist. I'm an actionist. And right now, I am the host of Lion Talk Live. Welcome to Lion Talk Live, and welcome to the Lion Voice Network, where the lions and lionesses are telling our own story. Tonight, we have a very special episode, special guest, as we, process the uprising, or the transition of one of our great Nyabingi matriarchs. For those who are unaware, Mama Fyah, who was a guest on this very platform, has transitioned yesterday. It's something that has shaken the entire global Rastafari family. And, I still processing it, but one of the beautiful things about having independent, non-aligned Rastafari media is that we now have a platform where we can reason, with the family globally. We have one of her sons tonight that's going to come, and we're just going to reason, about what's happening, how is the family doing, what one's globally can do to support. Badla Adawa, ISIS is still moving forward. Mama Fyah left instructions, clear instructions, that the mission must continue. And part of Mama Fyah mission was to see the unification of Rastafari in Jamaica and across the four corners. She was an ambassador for Rastafari. So tonight, we're also going to talk to members of the RMO. Hopefully, we're having a little bit of Wi-Fi trouble, but we want to talk about the upcoming event this Sunday, the RMO Harambe Hall. And for those who are not aware, RMO is the Rastafari Mansion and organization. It's an umbrella group so that Rastafari in Jamaica can speak with one voice. And the Harambe Hall is an initiative that has been launched to provide a cultural platform for that transparency, connecting with the community through the town hall, reasoning with the community, and then also farmers market, working toward food sovereignty and the ITAL food standard, establishing ITAL standards for I as Rastafari, and then also controlling the food ecosystem from seed to table, because we know right now we're headed into this global Armageddon war, trade war, instability, chaos. And as Rastafari, we have to be food sovereign, meaning we're planting our own food, we're eating our own food, because right now, um, the GMO is in the system. So even if you go Coronation Market or the marketplace, you're getting food full of pesticides, artificial fertilizers, glyphosate, which is a carcinogen. We have the cancer rising throughout the island because of the rural farmers adopting these chemical treatments for the plants. So right now, ITAL is more important than ever. What the Rastafari family, our elders, taught us right now has more application than ever before. So we're gonna look into all of them things there, because that is one of the things that the RMO is coming to address collectively, and that's 14 different mansion and organizations that have signed on to the Constitution. I am one of the legal advisors along with attorney Marcus Goff, and it's working on behalf of the Haile Selassie Foundation for Law and Society, and it's been a joy to see the unification. At this event on Sunday, there's going to be a children corner for the first time, a youth focused activity, so that we're not just having the youth run around the event, but we're engaging them activities where they can interact, they can make friends with other Rastafari and conscious youths, and we can start build out that network, because it's electronic time, and we need to start connecting our youths and be intentional about connecting, because they don't trot up like they used to. This guest today is one of them youths who grew up on the Nyabingi ground, born and raised. This is third, fourth generation Nyabingi we're talking to tonight. So we're gonna talk to him about his journey, his experience. But these things are not happening like they once used to. If you go on Nyabingi now, you don't see as much children, young people. Same thing at the 12 Tribe of Israel, same thing at the Bobo Shanti. So it's all across, and it's in America, Washington, D.C., New York, Florida, England, UK. This is a global phenomenon. So we want to really start bringing forward the youth activity. We also, this Sunday, for the first time, there'll be a fashion show, because we can't just cuss the young people about the revealing outfits, and we not provide an alternative. We're fashionable, because more time them think that you try to dress them like them granny. So we have to show them, so you can stylish and still modest, royal Ethiopian. So we're going to be having a fashion show. We have, hopefully, I'm praying the Wi-Fi is giving a little bit of problem, but we have Empress Samantha supposed to tune in with us. So as soon as we sort out that technical difficulty, we'll bring her forward to talk about, Empress Samantha. She's a representative on the RMO Administrative Board representing the School of Vision, but she's also the Honorable Priest Fagan's sister, younger sister, and she's also a former Pulse model, superstar that. So, but she's left the modeling world now and coming to Farai more closely with her family, and now she's very adamant that we have to, bring that fashion with the modesty, so we want to talk to her about that, because I think that is essential. On this platform, I always say we can't burn Babylon and we don't provide an alternative, a viable alternative. Anything we do, because it's easy if you say burn out that, this, that. But if you don't have an alternative, you leave the people to either go to ashes or go to what them are provide, and more time them are gonna go with what is provided. So we have to provide an alternative. So big up all of the RMO family, all of the Harambe Hall. If you're in Jamaica, Bob Marley Beach, St. Thomas, is the place to be. All roads lead to the Sugarloaf Nyabingi Center. And there's a tie-in because Mama Fyah grew up with Mama Bubbles, and Mama Bubbles is the one who family now control the Sugarloaf Nyabingi Center. We lost also Ras Maka. We talked to Ras Zulu and Empress Kamala, two of his children, after that occurrence. And what we're finding is that we're losing too many of our sons and daughters. We have to really have a better effort, to make sure that we are recording their history and the knowledge. Because every time we lose an elder, that is like a true berry gone right there. So we want to do a better job of harnessing the energy so that we can, great grandchildren them can still benefit from this generation. Because remember, the life that these elders trod don't exist on earth again. We're in a digital age now. These elders, the brutality with them got through the trod in the wissy jungle. The walk from Kingston to Mobile, them things that don't happen again. Or if them happen is very rare. These elders were living like in the book of Acts, the early Christian church, where them a meet at brethren yard, them walk and them a chanting and barefoot warrior. Them things that don't happen again, family. So we have to make sure that we preserve their testimonies. I give thanks we were able to capture Mama Fyah sound. She could tell her own story. I put up the episode today, so if you haven't seen that, you can watch a replay of our reasoning with Mama Fyah. She tells her own story from Waterhouse, come straight up, to the present day, to Portland trad. So, I feel so joyful that she was able to say that, and that it's accessible. A little youth on the corner in Zambia can sit down and watch Mama Fyah. Because yes, our elders are recorded in different areas and documentary, but how accessible to the world are these testimonies? We have to put it in a place where it's accessible. A little youth in a Rwanda or down in a Congo can have access to internet and hear the elders them from Jamaica original chanting. That is the vision with the Lion Voice Network. So we centralize, because I grew up with Mama Bubbles and them ones there as a young Ras Iris, Bongo Jack, Ras Marcus, Ras Pele, I had a chance to meet with Bongo Watto, all these elders. These elders, most of them that I called Bongo Shefan, Bongo Tani, these elders don't exist again. So if we don't tell their story and keep the liberty, then the child will coming up, it's going to look very different and we might not like how it look. And these are the elders who set that foundation. So that is it, all right, so big up the Lion Pride. We're gonna get ready to bring on our guests. Before I bring on the guests, let me just say we are nearing 28,000 subscribers. We kind of slow down a little bit, but we are still moving at lightning speed, the fastest growing Rastafari platform on the planet, and it's because of the IDEM. The IDEM are spreading the word. The IDEM are saying an authentic Rastafari we want. We don't want to water down Ras. Give thanks. We are bringing all of the facets. Nyabingi, 12 Tribe, Orthodox, EWF, Nyabingi, Bobo Shanti, all of the family on one platform. Trinidad, Antigua, Barbados. You name the countries we are highlighting because it's one Rastafari for I and I. So big up the I themselves. We are at 29 in the Lion Pride and Patreon. That's the economic engine. And hold on 1 second. I just want to show the item. We just getting brand new camera. Big expensive camera purchased through the Patreon. We're getting ready to step up the quality. So this kind of blurry something where you see. The laptop this, but we're getting ready to upgrade the setup because Rastafari deserve the best. The highest quality is Majesty Teacher and I. This is not, don't feel like you're going to see me on the gates 10 years from now. Big studio on the continent. We plan to build a world-class multimedia Rastafari owned and operated operation. Why? Because we deserve it. You know what I mean? Rastafari has shaped the world, and tired of the disrespect now. It's I and I time. I'm a Gideon. We are ready to face that challenge, rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? So big up on selves who are supporting financially. 28 Fire Angels standing arm in arm. We're trying to get to 100 by April 1st. So join the 100 Lion Pride Strong campaign. I am doing consultations at, you come in at the $10 and above mark, and I'm helping the ones to build their platform just like I'm building. Everything I'm doing, I'm sharing with the family, so we can grow together. We can interview on each other's platform. We can do cross. You know what I mean? Because one person rising don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because you're just a target. 100 lion, Babylon shake. You understand what we are dealing? That is what we are pre. So if you want to join the movement, join the Patreon. Mecca and I rise together. Big up the Ubuntu Lion Pride. Those who come over $70 US, you become part of the Ubuntu Lion Pride. And if you want to give under that and just give a attribution, you can do that too. And I'm gonna put those ones who just give the attribution into the Action Lion Pride. The Action Lion Pride are those who don't just watch. They are moved by the word son and they take action, uprising, they like, they comment, they share it, don't take your dollar. Or you can still give a dollar too. Whatever you do, you take action. That's the Action Lion Pride. Those are the ones that are making this become a reality from a thought. Remember, this whole platform started as a thought and now it's being manifested into reality with the item strength. So become part of the ecosystem, the productive ecosystem of Rastafari. When people ask, what is Rastafari doing? You send them a link to the Lion Voice Network. That is the pre. You know what I mean? Big up the Watch and Peep. We are now doing about 33,000 unique viewers per month, over 50,000 views per month in total. So, you know what I mean? We are growing, and it's a humbling experience to see the growth, to feel the growth, to experience that joy. So we really give thanks for that. And again, we can't do it without the item. Big up Ras Lynch, Ramia King Design, big up Ras Woolde, Seabass Life, Wally King's Graphics, everything and everyone who is making this a reality. I want to just thank the item. It really is for our passion, and to see the again the thought become manifest, to see that we are growing. As soon as I get a lens, the lens is expensive too. When you start getting to high level content production, it's very costly, and I respect all of the content creators who are dealing with it on that level there. I'm learning. It's like I'm gone forward to school, family, but I'm committed because I see how much we need it. And you know what I mean? If we're going to unify, we have to have a robust media operation. You know what I mean? Any nation, any family have that. All right, so let me introduce the guests. I was trying to give some time. The RMO family has been coming in, but the Wi-Fi is spotty. So we've been trying to work out. But I'm just going to get to our main guest for the evening. This brethren is a musician. He's an artist as well, creative. He's a craftsman, master craftsman, done a whole heap of work within the tourism sector. Stay close by his mother's side more time, you know what I mean? Love his mother. Everyone know that no one can take that from the brethren, you know what I mean? He's also a Nyabingi warrior, as we say, grew up, born and raised in the Nyabingi house, one of the pillars when it comes down to Badla Adawa time, you know what I mean? So help I family around the globe to welcome son of Mama Fyah, Ras Pele. Welcome.
Elian,
Yes, I
Selassie.
greetings. Greetings, I. Greetings, Rastafari family. Yeah, man, and I respect the lion voice, you know, every time.
Give thanks for the eye uprising. Welcome to the platform, my family. I'm going to ask you to do the customary take a trip into the Lion Voice time machine and just give us the eye history. Take us to the moment of your birth.
Yes, I. Basically, all my history is Rastafari because a three generation, you know, grandfather, you know, and grandmother, and come straight down to my mama and papa, same way, uncle, auntie, nephew, niece, the whole family is Rastafari. So I grew up that way there, knowing that I moved from one Rasta house to another. And then the general family of Rastafari in Jamaica is like our general family same way because spend time in the Baba Shanti same way, spend time around 12 tribe ones them, and you know kind close like that, and they have been the same way and, until the EWF because I'm grand uncle from 1955, you know, take his charter, and so you know the whole history of the secular part, which is the government of
Yes.
Rastafari, we kind of grew up and thirst for the part there as well. So it allow if we observe a whole heap of history and go beyond slavery and a whole heap of things to find the ancients of our people. That mean we kind of keep correct as youth, you know, growing up, sensitive youth, but overstanding the time, we sit around ancient, we speak truth and profound things we can go research at the library and go find a book or something like that. So it was my ears growing up with Rastafari, opening the scope because at the time the Christian mindset is that you, you don't talk about Africa, Jerusalem and place up in the sky. Some illusion, going to school and you're the teacher we study, I tell you that Jerusalem up in the sky and you say, but in Africa, like come on, come on, like you know, and we had we are go for the books and we come and they might fling it in our face and I toss it to them shame and try to make mockery away. But we thirst for wisdom, knowledge and understanding of ourselves within, not outward. Um, we didn't want to pray to no God out of ourselves because that
Okay.
always never feel good. It never feel good knowing that something so powerful and it not have nothing to do with that, you know. We want to find where I connect with it. So
Aye.
that's I, a spiritual being who understand the material realms and try to connect with spirituality and keep a balance, you know, in terms of knowledge and the secular. Yeah, man.
So
Basically,
so
that's why
what parish was the I born in?
I was born in Kingston. You know, the early days of Mama Fyah, early life. I was the third child and the last one who born not really the last one born in Kingston because my last sister, the little baby title was born in Kingston. So we I say in the end of the day, come she returned to Kingston for that section. But before she was living in Kingston. I was the
Okay.
little baby where she run with in a nappy to the countryside to St. Mary and then Portland, you know. So I was
Okay.
drop out right under the crack still, yeah.
Okay. So was there did they catch any of the Waterhouse trad when your mother lived in Waterhouse or
The interaction it is in a babe stage. I learn of it more so
okay.
more than what I experienced because
Yes, yes.
what I learned is that my aunt was there carrying me around many places. So when I returned as a youngster, I could have connect with most of the ones them that did share with I as a babe and could have look and said, look boy, this they miss the pin pan pillar. The one about 7 months and oh that's a light skin something. So I get that with the people touching me, talking to me, and explaining to her. And then me box some ones who say them used to like babysit her for days and things like that. And so we keep the connection throughout the years, even when them migrated to other places through work and things. We keep a certain connection because of the family of Rastafari, where it did open to I. Mama get we like 1 year apart, and so them struggling times, it never easy when I come along. When I came along, it's like was the time when she had two before we, get rough. So
Okay.
Rastafari pick
What
her
year
up.
was the I born? What year was the I born?
1975, right after Universal adult suffering,
Okay.
and the people are trying to make a life of them own. And
Yeah,
so
man.
having only
Serious
for
time.
children is a problematic time. Them time they have only for children in the Kingston city
Yeah, serious
and the
thing.
struggle of being a Rastafari. And my old man, I heard him in the in the herb straight. So the idea come like them telling them hunt him down, and trick him with
Yes.
the weed.
Yes.
So yeah, man.
Persecution. So your earliest memories then were from the countryside, the country of
Yeah, yeah, man.
Saint Mary or
Yeah.
Portland.
Between the both, because I would have spent enough time going on holiday to my grandfather in St. Mary, because my grandfather used to run the spot shop and I have him section there on a Martin. And so I would like to go on there every time when I look be a young boy and go when me have sense can remember when how far my brain go forward. It can go to 5 and even 4. And I can remember the smell, the taste, everything with them I said to me and the reasoning. And I may have whole heap of a memory coming up to about 7 and then him being, ill. So after that, we still continue going around because auntie is there, uncle is there, cousin is there, and like a papa yard that, so
Yes,
each
yes.
holiday we get a chance, we go there. So it's between St. Mary, Portland. Portland go school, live, but St. Mary out like at the place where you want to go have fun, round a
And I had your locks from a baby or
Yeah,
did
man. Yeah, man. Straight, as I said, it's 3 generations. Never change.
3 generation. Give
Yeah,
thanks. And then
straight down.
what was it like for a young youth with locks in the 80s? Them time they're growing up. Lot of discrimination I can imagine.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding. What was it like for the eye as a young youth with locks growing up?
Well, it's 50 years of the story I could have talk about right now. So I'm going to make it short by saying my sister bear the grunt of it because we're there, I'm wanting a way out, and at the time I'm kind to our history. We never register into the system 100%, because of the tribulation. My father never get to come to the hospital to sign my birth paper. So that caused them think they caused some problem, which we were serving people in a way we shouldn't have been underneath them. We need to have to sign with them neither, and have them age paper now, nothing at all, because now we grew up and learn this a trick. But anyway, at them time there, because I didn't have a birth certificate, and my mother brought me to the school, but according to them, I didn't register in, and many other things, so we can't go take no common chance when the time come back. I mean, I have no documents with your bright eye, you don't, really matter that they're in another stage, because you don't have nothing to show up for the government connection in them education system. So because of that situation part, and they say you find now the Rastafari history start to prove to I more because I question things because we are questioning why we are end up being ostracized and being what do you call it now? Penalized. The big name is penalization. Because you penalize a youth from having education. That means you don't want him later have a feeding family and live up in family. So they was doing that and making a mockery of us, and calling us all kind of names. And so I learned from it because I was sitting there and never taking it nice. I wanted to fight. I'm a revolutionary. I'm a Danai, so I put physical effort of it. I'm still. So it ended up that enough of my classmates them who choose to carry out with the teacher them hypocrisy and education system. One for attack with physical. So when them come down and jog off a hat and they call me some name and tell me I kind of something when then I go through them thing there already. We just fight and thing, and so when the fight go on now the teacher say we're kind of intelligent and thing like that. So she don't want we feel end up in them way there. But still, even if she put me near to the class and I could have do the schoolwork, I couldn't enter. Because one of the time I can draw good and I do the artwork better than anyone inside of the room that I do the artwork. But Somewhere along the way, me never get. I didn't get the book fit. We never get the right material. So I did it on a piece of paper that I could have found. And it looked good and everything, but them said we can't submit it because it not qualified. And my name never signed up because I'm a bird paper and thing. So I just gonna look through the window more time and things. So I feel the discrimination. You have the talent, everything, but you're not getting a chance. So you feel like, you know what, I'm going to bad up the whole place, you know. So they go look some mango, I don't have no more interest in this thing and them thing because it don't care you're bright, don't care what you do, you're not gonna reach because you're not ready. So my stage now is to find out how great is Rastafari at that time. Why we you know, I know at this level, even when you're right, you prove wrong. And we realize that at that time, education is the key because I start to find out that His Majesty speak about education more than anything else. So as I used to start to observe His Majesty teaching that time, you know, I go into him who I talk about you know, religion must balance with the whole thing, you know, it's just a gateway to
Material, spiritual and
spirituality.
material have to balance.
Yeah. So we start to balance ourselves, not just being a bingy youth who study all the chants and know to play the drum and everything like that, but understanding the future where it entail like now, how we manage the government when the Rastafari become a nation, where it will look like and how we fit in. So we did start say education, me and my bigger sis, I say education. So we leave that government institution where them penalize me and went to Point Antonio where a Rasta school started in our home from Empress Dawn, you know, that glorious queen in Point Antonio. We have one for Rasta children. So she organized the school in our veranda and using up our place for that vibes. And then it shift to one next sister home, named Sister Cherry, in a best work. And then it rolled down till we get a different area in the town behind the next bridge named Lanza Land and then behind him land we use it in the day and him doing function and things. So we get a chance to start to grow in terms of knowledge of our own self. There is Rasta teaching us, we're exposed to African history and we have current affair class where we talk about everything on a current level. So my knowledge start to get wide and we start to understand the English language some more and understand Rastafari in a fittings of where it is. So we start to see the system.
What was the name of the school? What was the name? Because we don't hear about this history that there was a Rastafari school for youths and how many youths were in the school about?
Yeah, so we started with just the Rastafari community, and then after it gained its status like recognition, then we get a piece of land for lease. So at that time, with the check-in, we reach up to about we have nearly 200 students, 180, 150. Yeah, and people sending ballot people start to recognize that when we teach them youth, we bring them up to a level because when I went there, because I was penalized, the teacher them have to bring me up to a certain standard. According to them, bringing me up and giving me the gateway to all the phonics, everything. So me was that teacher who could have spent time with a youth to down and build him up serious. So we do whole heap of build up in the evening classes and whole heap of things. So the recognition come, and then we started work with the Ministry of Education to try to get the recognition credible and where we could have send them to the exam and everything. But during that time, yeah, the Rastafari Iwa Mama Cultural School. So it's a Rastafari Cultural School and it's an all age, but we have different classes. And then in the night now, I started running some night classes to the people, them like men who they drop out of school and something want a license or whatever and things like that. Nice. Pop out in the evening after class and get some knowledge. So we did I do that, but you know, it take a turn where resources get safe because many times I have to do work to pay the teachers them on the side and things like that and whether they are teacher free and things like a government like a my school. Because we build the school from scratch as a community. Our own pocket and what we could have do and thing and we get enough fight along the way. But to keep it up, we did need the balance. The religious Rastafari hidden where the enough of the one them have. They never see the education of His Majesty at all, but the next generation being prepared for repatriation and things like that. So they really didn't give the energy what the school needed. And then because of the way how them petty in the mind of each other. Because I have to speak truth. I respect the community and I respect Rastafari and I all, you know. But truth are truth. When the one them recognize themselves and how important these things is. We already lost it already. People burn down the school, you know. Yeah,
Wow.
the people them around the community do something because we never put the strength on if you have the security, the guard it, regular. Yeah, sorry about the noise, but
No
the
problem. This is
protection with the school
authentic.
needed.
This is authentic. I want hold on. I want the people know say you're coming live from Portland, Jamaica. This is not
Yes, sir.
studio thing. This is Brethren at
Rastafari.
his grounds, you know what I mean, live. So you're gonna hear some
Rock on.
Wally,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
you're gonna hear some Peony Wally, some talking at the back, some all kind of something natural, you know what I mean?
Natural
Lo-
vibration.
yeah
Yes, sir.
man, we love it, we love it.
Yeah, man. So me will complete that. That part of the school by saying, we overstand because we're hungry when things happen. But after we do we own research for our own self, we have to balance the thing. The people wanted the land. We went there and according to them, we take up a piece of land where them should have developed themselves. You know. But if the school that brings strength to the community, them they allow it. They allow it for a while because of good vibration. But then bad vibration came with fighting and all kind of things where other ones having them intention with mistake that made, you know. And we are human and when we meet up on these mistake made and we play out, we give the public and make the people see certain things, then the after effect it play out with all fire, you know. Yeah, right. So
Wow.
that take place and we lost in school and that was a big loss. And just like how the government deal with every other thing, them didn't help us in any form of way. And so it just become a loss. And the community of Rastafari never have enough strength to go again to rebuild a school. So, you know, it's that no stages of learning how to be a
Yes,
people
yes.
together.
I I
But I
I,
think
I have a,
we learn
no
a
I,
lot because I am past student who can tell the story and there are many students like I out there that came
that's
from
what I'm
that
saying.
Rastafari school all over the world. And my big sis is one and others who uphold Rastafari from then till
Because
now
we
and
have to rise up another Rastafari school again. And
definitely,
I and I
definitely.
brethren Ras Negosai, who has been on this channel from the UK, he said fail stands for first attempt in learning.
Sure.
So when you fail is your first attempt in learning. You
Yeah.
understand?
You,
So
you gain
yeah,
experience to
fear
do better.
failure. Failure is part of the process. You know what I mean? That's a part of the
It's
process. That's part of the uprising. A baby don't just born and start run up and down. Them have to fall sometime. You know what I mean? Them have to creep. Them have to, all kind of thing go on before. You know what I mean? So
And you see, that's why I mention these things because how would the next generation know that we had these things after fire
I
burn
didn't
it and
know.
other people build on the spot? So
I
I've been
didn't know
telling ones
fire.
and ones say, Mama Fyah grew up and went to the first Rastafari school in Kingston. And the father couldn't life and learning school the same way. And I went to Rastafari school around here in Portland. So it's a trend that set that need to continue that youth them can remember themselves. If I'm for some time, I'm doing them first classes as something within a Rasta setting. The Rastafari setting is different because you find equal in terms of your meditation. You know, find no one to try to put you down and things like that. So you get to find yourself within. You can go deep within and express yourself and what your opinion being shared and looked at and researched and bring forward some findings. In the other settings, it's not like so. You just follow a curriculum and you follow a system was set out and slate out. You never have to bring out what inside of the
Yes.
person, the uniqueness and the creativeness of that person never show. But at the Rastafari school, my creativeness starts showing because I get to do the culture on stage. I get to make speeches representing the school, develop a more awareness of ourselves. We have to do research before we make presentation. And then we start learning about other forerunners before us. So it gives very nice strength for wanting to be stronger and make more powerful. So those are the opportunity we will get to being around others, traveling on trips and
No,
meeting
I
the
had
Star
no
Wars. A lot
idea.
of them
I
pass
had
off
no
there, but
idea. I had no idea, Fire, because we always say we are the Rastafari schools. We wouldn't know that Mama Fyah went to a Rastafari school in Kingston or that there was a Rastafari school in Portland. This is why the reasoning is so important. Because we don't come to reinvent the wheel, we come to build on the strength of our ancestors, and those who came before us who laid the foundation. So I give thanks. So you call Mama Fyah name. I want you tell the people who is Mama Fyah to the eye, you know what I mean? And what is your earliest memory of Mama Fyah?
Yeah, well, growing up, mama, yeah, first. It depends on mama. Because when I grew up, my biological father wasn't there, so it's a stepdad, and we call
And
him
call your
daddy.
father name
And
too. Call your father name. We have to big up the man them, because two of we are man.
yeah,
Who's
that
my
man there,
father?
that man there was Derek Dyke, and him and travel as Firetown. First name was Marathon because he love run and thing like that. I want early youth of Naya being give family my 13-year-old be Rastafari. So I only for one I grew up with him and I've been in the youth days him run a lot of one. So the one that is really a pioneer of creating Theocracy rain from in a waterhouse the way the whole thing set itself into Naya Bingi. Because
Okay.
before that it was Grown Nation and them thing they said that one day was there as a youth. And Negos, if you know about him, said Negos who tried to Ethiopia. Him is like his grandfather because they want to grow him up from
Yes,
13
I
when the
know it. I
Babylon
know
run
Negos.
down
I know
Ethiopia.
Negos. I meet Negos
And him
couple
grew up
times
with
where.
Profile and them one there. Yeah,
Okay.
man, and Profile was one of them youth the same way. So my old man now, and then that split way. So I grew up in a Portland now with the next great Congo man now where a great Congo man around a Portland, him set things on here before I even forward in as a youth, where him started keeping my bingy and then man the great one a Portland in the Rastafari, where him and him brethren plant herb and deal with cultivation for our greatness. So I in the kingdom there I really know myself. I never known about the next side. When I learn around here so it's from that man. That man kind of teach me some humility and some humbleness because he was that type of person. Me a man who in
Okay.
the
What
talk
what
and
was his
this
name? What was his name?
yeah, man, a bongo shorty, Stedford days from up in a skibo. And
Oh,
bongo shorty enough people call him Naya because I one of them, when they call the bongo man Naya man, and him one of them first man then a Portland like that, where the people that say, the Naya man that, yeah, man. So them call him, people call him Naya, it's a Naya man. The bongo man say, it's a bongo shorty, yeah.
yes.
And then the kind of one short ample. But the Dutch part, you see, yeah man, Rastafari, and I call him daddy
Bones.
because yeah my daddy, yeah man. So him teacher and I know ya bingy harder on a level there. How to chant and think I was a chanter. And because he was a chanter who come out of that sweet melodic vibrational chanting when him coming at the tabernacle is like it's something else, and him always have a new chant to come reveal and I'm teaching others or in bring when I'm bridging them who pass off chant or it is someone else like a book of chant, and so I love that. I needed that in my soul, and him was giving that. So I spent a lot of time with him, trying to learn and catch them sweet chant there and playing the drum. And him love that when me come and play the drum and forward with him to the Naya Bingen and get myself ready early out and then come and chant and we play it. Because we have studied the beat and know how him chant is, so when we are present it, we have played the drum. That was my first early access to leading the Nyabingi chant within the tabernacle as a drummer. From an early age, like 9, 10 years old, I would have sit
Okay.
there as a local youth, I play the whole congregation and chant because my dad would have given me that access like a prince, So we get that access, never take it for granted, we study well, and we become master of the whole beat, all the beats, every drum we play,
Bass, funde, and kete.
everything, and we chant, every chant, and everything like that. So it came from him out of film vibration, that energy when him really tune move like that, yeah, man. Yes,
Wow.
I. But grandfather, early on, grandfather was a band leader. David Wolf, yeah, man, Bongo David. Him,
Yeah.
the one where the lead the bands of Naya Bengi to the whole visit of His Majesty in the 60s, So grandfather was that, great one, with the master drummer beside Pa Shanti and all them one day, and Bongo Daniel and them when they learn from him and then the youngsters to him. So yeah, we can get him on too because the talent kind of passed down through bloodline. So we kind of they grew up and hear one and so they play skillful like my grandfather who spend quality time like Bongo Rai and other ones who was my grandfather, brethren, personal brethren. They would have encourage I from young out and say, it's only your grandfather alone in the Naya being play like you because I play front way and I make some role and they said that they don't know because once we do those things, they know it's only one man do it. And it just natural. I wasn't watching my grandfather play, but it just come natural that we play front way and something that I recognize later. That was spotted by his brethren them, and them
Yeah.
encouraged it and them. We grew up to be this person was a Mama Fyah at that laying foundation because without she, all of me talk about her because she had like the glue between them there. And she brought it to Portland. And she gel with an ancient Nyabingi family, maintaining Nyabingi with the king man where I call daddy, Bongo Shati. And so Mama Fyah we are talking about. See, it's an interview. So we are keeping Mama Fyah in the mix that as she walk with three youth come to Portland with an
Wow.
ancient vibration from Kingston, same way, with a melodic, sweet voice. The giant, the skin man with his sweetness in a Portland. So with a group around that sweetness. I always have some sweetness. I told them I sing sweet songs and that kind of stuff. So we become a family of chanter. We grew up as a family of chanter. We have these bands now later and started to go on shows like the Margaret show, open it and many of the shows, we do as the Nyabingi Roots bands from Portland. Mama Fyah and family, because lost daddy early out and after daddy leaving her in teenage years, it take to a turn where responsibility came early because I decided myself as a prince that we leave some message with. So we try to maintain with Mama because in the tell her if you stick with Mama as only my child and things like that. So we have to keep with Mama till this Iowa scene where we're still there with Mama scene where and big up the man where, Bongo Shorty who they give with that rod because I pass on the button first before them Iowa. Because I'm 50 now and Mama just a pass on the button. But the man they recognize a whole heap of things early out and I knew them and them look on them and whisper some things before them go away until I have to carry them out. So we're there and when we could return I help Mama Fyah carry out certain journey, it's because of him. We have to speak the truth like that. But the man make some promises to him, and we have
Yeah,
to
man.
keep them promises that up till now,
No.
right? I know that I
No.
experience exactly what I'm saying, because if you tell I that these days will come, when me go feel irony in myself that me do everything and cure all the things. So we big up the man Bongo Shorty and big up Mama Fyah,
Yeah, man,
within
and
that,
the
that setting. Yeah.
because I know this is a difficult time for the eye, and you agreed to come and reason with the global family, and give that tribute because in these times it's hard for people to know what to do. You know what I mean? Because you lose someone that has been a pillar of strength. She strengthened so many ones that we can count. You know what I mean? A fighter, Badla Adawa, was the Isis we should really choose to stamp, you know what I mean, as the preeminent
Yes,
Isis
sir.
in Portland. Talk about that whole uprising, why Mama Fyah said she want to host
Well,
the Badla
yeah, that mysticalness. So as we talk about the victory celebration, we big up Conrad Reed, Fireborn, you know. Fireborn, the present king who carry on the journey after Bongo Shati. So we big up Bongo Shati and we say Mama Fyah journey continue because the man set the mandate that we don't leave Mama. So any road Mama take, we take with her. So she take a road there where she start trad with a kingman and get a princess, which is our beautiful little sister named Tai too. And the journey is that I may have a nephew named Adoa. So yeah man, him forward in a creation and the mystic of the whole thing trad up with the ones them decided to hold the victory celebration because of that great connection that our life bring, you know. Bring forth children who have fitting name according to the connection. Well after later on I learned say grand uncle did have the charter, the title charter, you know, which is charter 43 for the land grant.
And for those who don't know what he's talking about, Ras Solomon Wolf.
Yes, sir.
You know, this is a direct lineage that is his grand uncle, the legendary Ras Solomon Wolf. So the brethren come from that lineage there. Mama
man.
Fyah.
So after we learned that he was keeping it up for years before him repatriate to Ethiopia, that means Mama Fyah pick up where him left off. It's just mystical that the family can connect like that without not even knowing a whole heap of thing like how it's supposed to be known because Mama Fyah during the time of tribulation losing the children them, which is my brothers and sisters, you know. During a period of a journey there is when she did break away from many things she know, many things because she couldn't visit many places because she going through that horrible tribulation years after years. And it's every year, that means say for the 10 years, it's 10 years straight. It's never a break. And so during those period of years, a little slot within the history that was missing out that we came to learn, you know, and later on Mama learned, we learn as family. So we maintain that history there, knowing that Haile Selassie the first sent Mary Richards with many things to Jamaica in terms of gift for the Rasta community. And one of them was charters, you know. So the charters they came with titles and special titles for ones to carry out. So I say, and we learned that Charter 37 and one of them same way we came for the dreaded people, the one who have the beard and the locks where the EWF was fighting out from in Harlem and all over. And so Solomon Wolf for one of them to keep the dreaded order, you know, we could have maintained the vibrational push that him could have, you know, revitalize the EWF. Later on in America, same way, you know, for the charter local one. So we can maintain one vibration where it's not just say we just get up out of the blue and start doing anything. The victory celebration is that 18th century celebration where save the boy child. And without the Empress and the Emperor unite in Ethiopia to defend the boy child, then we wouldn't have this great 100 years of history to celebrate right now. In terms of 100 years of coronation and 100 years of Rastafari established cross with the Western world, yeah. Because it we are going to celebrate that, you know, this little boy child grew up now, become, you know, a powerful region and also, you know, a crown prince and a king in his own self, you know, at them time there. At age 27, I'm leading and representing the government as a statesman will overstand and that many of the one them started growing them beard and started acting as if they were races within the Caribbean here and Jamaica more so is the strongest place where there's ras and rise out, you know. So grandfather and granduncle was them too and brother was Garveyite to firm up themselves and show themselves with Ethiopia and they stand strong as females general who work through the church, work through EWF and NIAB in the take the reign as a revolutionary push. Because you have to have revolution in the whole thing. So that's why Mama now keep the victory celebration with NIAB revolutionary push because of what the significance of the battlefield represent and the victory of our people will still carry out same way the 18th century war against the sovereign nation, and then return in the 30s to clear up by His Majesty, same way when the boy child become this powerful emperor, them wanted to decide to do what they want the same way again. So you have to dismantle them
I
all.
love I love how they put that. And my next book I'm writing about the Battle of Adwa. So you know, because you know I'm writing I don't know if they know I wrote a book about the birth of His Majesty, and I'm writing the story of his life. So the next volume goes from he was 1 year old to 13, you know. So, you know, in between that time, Battle of Adwa, we have to talk about
Yes,
the
sir.
Battle of Adwa. So I love how you put it that the defense of the boy child, you know, because if Italy had won that victory, you know, most likely he would have been killed. You know what I mean? They would have killed all of the
That's
children of
exactly why they wage a war. Everyone can
Haile.
talk anything else they want to talk, which is a foolish story. But we know when we research everything that these men from Rome and Greek and all about planet thing and know everything and coming for the boy child to come slaughter him before he get big
Yes,
on them
the
car.
astrologist know say the star aligned. They know say him born. They
Yes,
hear
man.
about the
They know
rumor.
everything, man.
Yes,
But as His Majesty speak of many of these things and other ones within the history, I talk about the dragon after the slaughter and the mountain. So we understand that the tail of the dragon is more powerful than the head. So if Ras then stand up and slaughter the red dragon on the mountain, with him troop and met the birth of His Majesty came true, you know. We know that the tail they're gonna sweep round and they're gonna circle again. So him come circulate himself at a 4-year-old if he try to do what he wanted to do. But you don't know the army was strong and Ethiopia united and around the boy child and protection. Came, you know.
and the thing that I think we have to emphasize why Ethiopia won, while every other African kingdom fell during the scramble for Africa, is that unity. The
Yes, sir.
people them will never love each other. The kingdoms that were warring with each other put on them petty difference, them little infighting, and them come together.
I think it's glorious in this time where His Majesty represent because it's the king and the queen, the emperor and the empress, meaning the mother and the father and the children, which is the holy triune, you know. And the holy triune only can manifest itself in a physical sense within that Iowa. His Majesty was physically bringing forth prophecy, fulfillment, and the reincarnation of the earth, which is a fulfillment where I and I are living and now. Like the purity they have to set and sacrifice they have to make. Well, when them sacrifice they did not make, you know, it was Minilek and Taitu making those sacrifices for us. You know, to make the boy child could have the stand to open the book and reveal the seventh seal. So if the door never open, because Taitu make sacrifice, she said to the woman them say, I'm gonna sacrifice myself today and the war finish. So them would have to adorn themselves and go do what them they have to do out there, would have to spread them leg. I've been naked to take down these army veterans who decided that they were going to slaughter Ethiopian babies and women and all kind of something. You see what I say? And it was over in a 1 day. But when you check out that, say, the emperor, they decided to allow them to have them time and they go fight and things like that. And the empress decided that no, I told the we as women decided to fight. And so we know say the aspect of the continue for the empresses and the queens, you know, in the earth. So we're talking about Mama Fyah who represent that kind of resistance they see and where because when the old man gone, so we are saying a Bongo Shati did a chad out him sure with that. So the queen powerful and I got hold things although she did last 10 youth and he kick him way out of the Gideon same way. She did stand up same way up to this Iowa where talk about her who continue on the language there and maintain and stuff life. So I see him thing tied to this, you know. Even though we know many other stories, but we're gonna talk about the greatest part when she helped protect the king one, you know, and the empire. You see me I say stand beside these men who fight and get weary and might feel like them should have a rest day and eat and drink and prepare for war tomorrow again. It's that day she tell the woman them say it's today your strength shine, you know, and protect your family. So we want to remind the people in this time, so that is why we have the celebration for those years. Because Mama Fyah as a queen, being fight against in our early days, that Naya Bingi woman nothing I keep no Naya Bingi and all them thing there. Naya Bingi woman must be seen, not being heard, and thing like that. So we tried as a youth when Mama Fyah breaking down those barriers as a young princess and a queen I come up. Cause look a princess beside the great ones them where we can call them name. Some of them one that couldn't be heard neither. And the greatest we call them name within the tabernacle setting, them that have to speak through them king man and all them something, and I watch that growing up as a youth. And I speak truth into being that we came along and start to break down those barriers I am profile and other ones. That we stand for equal rights and justice because His Majesty stand for that. And Him show us that, teach us that. And if we don't maintain that in a this time, that means that we don't represent Him who say the duty is our duty to carry through all these things when put into binding law and principles that we must live by, that we can make changes, not for Him alone, but for the people when step off of the throne and say, if it's for the betterment of the people, then let it be. So if it's a democratic rule, the whole world take it on that. And want it to have justice and equality out of that. Democracy, where Him say is kind of like a pollution. And if all the way I live into it today, then we're going to find some justice out of it. And that is why EWF is there. And the EWF is a votation type of democratic process where you only get 1 year to serve. But most want to like that. Most people want to stay in the job until them pass off. And so stagnancy is there as well. So by we're celebrating Mama Fyah and we're bringing forth a unity argument. Mama Fyah is one of those who just stand for a unified force and
Yeah,
the
man.
ground in the
Always.
last half, yeah, wanted to push a coalition of all races, together because the
Always.
government mentioning a whole lot of things and it stand up in a United Nations and otherwise that if we don't stand as one, then we're going to just be some splinter group on again, not all in terms of justice and equality and rights. We're that concerned, Mama Fyah was always accepting every Rastafari. So when the victory celebration time come around, Baba Shanti, 12 tribe, every walks of life that heal Rastafari, King Dread and tongue and whatever language you speak and thing like that, you're welcome. And Mama Fyah will show love and honor, I expect, because everyone that called by their name, you see me I say, and I have been accepted like that in the Mama Fyah home. And I'm bringing forth a whole heap of one from many nations, crossway, many nations, and I expect them when I go call one now and big up one over the other. But we still, I expect the South American community all over there, through them different tongues, and we all them chant Rastafari and communicate. They are becoming one family who unite themselves through the ambassador Mama Fyah and the Queen Mama Fyah who accept everyone as our children and teach us as our children to
Yeah,
show
man.
likewise unto all these children of earth who show our love and kindness and I texture when she tried around them in those zones, when she travel over the years.
Yeah,
You
man.
see, and feel them love and then care. And then know in a great lands where English flow, like England, Canada, America, and the Caribbean where enough of the one them they cross here, Mama Africa and wherever. They them know because the
Yeah, man.
English I speak.
I see the greetings and the blessings coming from all over on the internet, from all over the world, from Mama Fyah. Ones that she touched personally. The encouraging words where she utter. The whole world, of Rastafari is in mourning right now. But it was the eye mother. What kind of mother was she to the eye? Was she strict to the eye? Was she easygoing as a mother? How do you remember her mothering technique with the eye and
if
your
if
sisters?
if they had asked this question before now, like if I did do this interview like probably years ago or months ago before she passed off, I probably within an hour when I'm upset by something that don't go right in my leadership, then I would have speak different. But somehow life took a turn for the past while. Since we went to Mexico and we're forward in, there's a mystic a revelation unto I. Where sure I say, patience is one great something, you know. And when you have humility, you will get your graduation time and thing. Is that something where you grab up and take or file in the office to get nothing like that. More so among indigenous people who the custodian is the ancient, you know, and therefore whoever, you know, think them knowledgeable, have way out or something that can bring help or whatever. I got to strain through the custodian. Well, if we speak of Mama Fyah as a custodian, but I'm going to have to tell the nation the truth. Come on and save the nation. So we're going to speak the truth. We're not going to be biased. And my mother, whoever want to vex, whoever want to feel anyway, then feel anyway. My mother is a strict mother. Yeah, a very strict one. And I don't know if I'm true born in the middle. I mean, the first one or the last one, or something along the way. But me always a fight for have my own. And from early out, there were so many things, you know, along the way. My little story kind of ticklish between me and my mother. Cause from early out, a 14-year-old, me get my little bag and toss to me and make my little sheet and my one suit of clothes and tell to get the heck out of here, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, like that, you know. I was
So there I
served
used to
like
cause
that.
trouble. To be honest, you used to cause a whole heap of trouble or what was
Then,
happening?
then if he's a boy child who seek wisdom at an early age, knowledge and understanding, you have green and you plant things, you do a whole lot of miracle things and then something there. You want to be a doctor, architect, you want to be everything, you want to fly Europe, you know, there's nothing too mystical where you don't want to do. And then you end up on people who you recognize them don't respect education, them tell you a education that they run down that too much and them been fighting the whole of the part the way you want for export. Every time you go to look at night, you come around them and I tell them about it, them run away because them have whole part of the thing with the end on them head in where them send you for do. And then you just want to share that little moment there as a child. Then you must get a style. Because you do everything with them say, and then you realize them have no time for that education part because it's boring to them. They're tired now, they don't want to hear nothing. You become a troublemaker, of course. So blame me. Of course I was a troublemaker. I never stop give trouble. I'm a
I like that transparency and I like that self-awareness. How you analyze yourself. I like that. Continue.
Yeah, so the troublemaker boy now started to ticklish them with law, study law and all them type of something. They want to study civics to know what is why protection and how me protect others and things like that. So when you start to tell me now that you want to deal with me with your ignorance, you know, me start telling you ignorant and me start explain what is ignorance, the lack of knowledge, lack of the facts and we can bring the proof and the facts as much as a whole as you use over me as parent, but we can find a better way. If you take no time out to listen to I and you see how this big man come and you spend a whole heap of time and labor with him, whole heap of things and I chat things where illusion and me come up and me say that a foolishness. Nothing go like that and me can prove. And then when you go task more as a child, that means that my experience when I say I reveal to the baby and suckling and you know all I'm prudent and know that no start have problem with me now. Then you have a problem. It's not my problem anymore, you know. It's your problem with the parents, grandparents, uncle, auntie, nephew, and niece. And no matter who. You could have gray beard, old ancient will come from round in a back of wall from when no who. And you come there and you sit with my parents them and you start to chat something when me know now go fit us in as the future. And my parents them observe the whole of the time and pass that down to we. You have an opposition. So they call me the bad mouth now.
Okay.
They have both mouth because I start make prophecy now. The one year got dead, I can have something started do those things because those things came to I. I start get some things that happen to I with. It's like I'm a mad boy, move as far as about mad boy and thing. Because we get those things, you know, because the mad boy I see things. He might realize you are devil and I go talk, so I don't like them and them I talk back to him because I'm a liar. I catch him a thief. Because you come and you start to talk righteous on my parents them. And I try to teach them things how to take what we deal with we as children. And then we start finding you as a man when you're so righteous fit. You never have a family or a certain type of thing. And when we research, you know, we start to talk things. I'm not going to accept you because your name Bongo Watu or your name Bongo Tanya, your name Bongo whatever you want name. You see, from I search out. that you're living no match up with what you are telling my parents them or something wrong. Me, I watch you everywhere I did. I watch you. I've been watching everyone because I wanted to find something that match with why I want to be in the future.
Okay.
And sometimes you know, find all of that from your parents. So you have to search, around. I get disappointment till after a time I stop searching at people, man. I have to search on myself.
Okay.
I get disappointment. So, the end of the day come that youth there we getting back task to him send out to the street when first study from homes to homes, people coach and me big up Empress Dan who had the Rasta school, the vibration there. Because I could have the rally on our coach and do craft work on her and excel, start earning them own money. While me know if I make Dutch Pat, I come along the family still and make the Dutch Pat and go forward and come in and help out for the vineyard and the things them for go from the market truck and things for mama going at Kingston and things. I never leave out the home still because I was a climber and we're talented in the field so we can assist the part there. We have siblings and things like that. However, we wanted subjects and we wanted university degree. And that wasn't forthcoming at the early stage. So getting a passport and leaving the island was everything to I when I out there. So I wanted my documents, I wanted opportunity, I wanted to
So it was a lot of frustration because to my international audience, let me just give a little synopsis because the eye is coming up in a Nyabingi family where total disconnection from the system. So ones are burn out certain system, education, Babylon, all of these things. But as a youth now, the eye is becoming so curious, wanting to experience all of these things. Don't have the paperwork to access all of this knowledge and information within the formal system. And then your parents probably put a survival. So when you come with all of these questions, it come in like, it beyond their scope. And then they're you keep questioning them and them tired and want to go them bed or them want
they want just some peace in them life.
yeah, they just want
peace
and see it up and you a question and they don't have the answers because it happens, And this is the challenge of youth to elder, where that even His Majesty, remember His Majesty educate a generation and them turn upon him, and say him never give them enough. Even though he give them free education and give them everything. And
man. But what we are looking for,
Yeah.
stick up in. What we are looking for is my early experience to His Majesty study, because there was a study book that Bongo from St. Thomas, we call him Bongo Simiti. The ancient Bongo Simiti was my first Rastafari teacher.
Okay.
So he used to chat down from the east and when he come here with a heap of books and knowledge of Ethiopia and the emperor and everything. So he was sitting teaching from earlier that education is the important thing. And he was teaching that His Majesty was studying like 7 different foreign languages, while him studying so much different languages in Ethiopia, because over about 200 odd languages locally. And thing. So I was amazed at a youngster, like, wow, then I'm not doing anything. I feel lazy. I feel like, wow, if you catch up. At 7 years old, I'm doing these things. It's amazing. So I'm exposed him to those type of knowledge. Never allow I to want it. Not knowing English, then I was said, then if I don't know English, then I'm not going to study no other language. We're going to stuck. Even the Amharic becoming a problem because translating from Pata to Amharic, so I'm just going back to English, and we did not speak English. We don't know how to write English. Now communicate to it. It's just a problem. So I was saying, how we deal with this problem without we choose to study? So the ancient them who study a lot and wise and came into Rastafari with a big degree and things like that. Like Bongo Simiti was a smart man. They were parenting to us that it's knowledge, it's education, is how you think, is not for the education part that we come become an abuser. So we learn from those one who was coming among our parents, was smart, who was teaching our parents as well. They were teachers for our parents, you know. Mama Simit was teachers for my mom and my dad in the home. So when me I turn to the grandfather teacher, we I teach my parents, I tell her, I say, the only way we can be smarter than him, you know, is to get more knowledge than him. We think that that's why, internally. There's a fire. That's why I call ourselves the ball of fire. We're friends with a Mama Fyah. The ball of fire start to burn inward, want to come out. It want to bring forth a God in a human form, not a dummy God, not a nothing of them something there where the system did a teach with that a born a sin, shaping iniquity, you must live like that backside and accept everything the system tell you, and you know if you question nothing. No, I want knowledge. That's when me a question and I can send it to the facts and I can go to any library and go inside there and research or whatever. That means that me have access to knowledge from here without you giving it to I. No, like when I studied today different languages, I recognize that I didn't study the Queen language. Like English supposed to study from the Queen's way, like how the British do it. But when you go to them translation, it's so many times them fix them dirty language to find a proper way of speaking. But the Americans speak it a different way. And if you go with the American terms or something like that, and you're in like a country like Switzerland or a French country like France studying French, then you have a problem if you never brought up by the British way of studying. Now, we are learning things that somewhere along the way, our parents, them, they was barring that colonial tongue, teaching us Rastafari and Patois to maintain the indigenous thing that was among the community and the commune. But it couldn't pass on. It couldn't open company. It couldn't create industries. It couldn't manipulate nothing across the continent of Africa.
This is a deep reasoning in a fire, man. I don't know if you know how deep this reasoning, because I grew up with the I language. These are things that ones like I come and learn them thing here. You just grow with it with the patois, with the I, but you're saying no, when you want to start a business, you can't go in there talk about Iowa and this and that. They don't understand what you're saying. So you have to learn English, the English language, differently, because you grew up in an environment where the English language was not used. This is a deep reasoning. Continue.
Yes, I. So the exposure to the Rastafari Iwak Mama Cultural School at age 14 is when I started selling broom. Because I start met broom now, and the broom take her to many communities, open my exposure to people and the way you treat people as a businessman, and how you return forward when they make a hard, and the principle of integrity within oneself. And then we start see morality then how His Majesty talk about, because you want to look at you with respect, you and say, boom, you and talk to you nice, so you have to show them respect and heal up everyone, and you're not going to fling off of people down because you don't want the man them running out of the cup. So all the thing we learn along the ghetto hard boat around the place, and then we learning them for some few months early out when mama in our last stage of losing some of the baby them. I start earning good. So when me earn good now, I decided to travel Port Anthony often, every week strong in, to make sure I visit the Rasta school and visit the Rasta community, because I get stronger each time I go up there and return, you know. Sleep overnight if I get a chance, and, you know, watch some TV, because we never have no TV run our part and thing. And, you know, do some craft and meet at that. Well, the teasing part of that became a little problematic, because my parents them start said, oh, me and helping and to other people, and me the other people they draw me away, pull me away from the family house. So at the problematic part that we make a seal up and I say, me take away myself. You know, cause me not gonna say she dash her me things them give me because me just bad. No. It's because of how we start face out there. We start face out there with a determination that other Rasta children are exposed to knowledge. And we bigger than them, older than them, like some old jackass in a yard there. I don't have no knowledge like them little one there. It kind of,
Okay.
yeah, because as we say, I start to go around now and the rest of the family now. Start to never read paper good, speak English. Me say, what happened to I? You know? The next same thing I want need you, so.
Deep, it's
Some start
deep.
go to some little small little one, sit beside them, and them a teach I English. And I say, voila. Then if me come on, then one of them more often we get the knowledge faster. The big one, them not time to teach I. It's there goes the problem. Because I was spending too many time out there with them. So me get me bag task to me. And I create a fight still with me and my sister. I feel me a bad man in time that I could have, you know, go on like me irritable from my big sister. And that put me in one big position. And I teach me one lesson there. So anyway, if you do that, none at all. No, me apologize seriously to big sister. Because they create a bad vibes there. And when my mama did get irritable from me. And I start tell her, say, she can't lick me because we go to police station and all them type of argument that I come up with at 14-year-old, yeah. Whenever two rights said get mama vexed, you know, say, she did take care of me and the first thing I can't think when me get big now, like, is to get the police and lock her up, you know. So even though it was that good it's in the end at the time, it was me learning.
This is the transparency. This is the transparency and I give thanks because this is a perspective of someone will grow, you know, in the most, you know, what some would say the most militant part of Rastafari, which is Naya Bingi House in terms of burning out Babylon system. But there's a other side to that, as the brethren say, you know, he's not dealing with any formal education. So when him now start go amongst little youths and things who have that access, he's finding like he's behind in, you know, acquiring that knowledge and information. And he might learn from Bongo Smith. He said, education is the master from His Majesty, and them thing that's something do balance, you know.
man.
A lot of our Naya Bingi family, and this is for the global family, because this is happening all over creation, in Africa. You know what I mean? This is the other side. When you withdraw from the system, again, I started the episode by saying we have to create an alternative. If we are Tekwe, Babylon school, we have to have our own school. You know what I mean? Because the youth structure, you know what I mean? And the eye.
And speak truth.
Yeah.
Speak truth. Whether Babylon school, Rasta school, or whatever. I couldn't blame my parents them for not having the early part of the education where I should have, you know.
Yes.
You know why I not do that? Because they was turning us from the government school and said we have to go train relax and a whole part thing. So them brought us to a school 7 miles away in the bush part named Skibo from where we live in here. Because that was the community where we was growing up in as youth. So the one in above Beer were nearer to us decided that them know what we, so we have to go under the bush. So that it cost a whole heap of class time for miss out. We reach late a whole heap of thing and them a call we kind of name and thing. So we want to blame our parents to that part there. When I talk about I mean I put no blame neither. It's just truth. That means our next youth who grow up and probably exposed to this, our parents can make a better. Because we become a nation now, you know. You see? Rastafari nation. Now, talking to the nation now and speaking up to the land voice, I say, when I reach a certain age now, Mama Desta, yeah, you know, decided that.
Big up Mama Desta.
Yeah, man, big up every time, you know.
I'm
In
looking
the early
forward.
92,
Yeah.
in the early 92, they decided that a conference, an international conference, going to keep in Toronto. And as one of them students, they were where I say I seeking knowledge so much and thing like that. Them choose I, you know, as one of them represent Jamaica, you know, and other youth from the Caribbean. Same way. So I got that opportunity now and I had to force now to make sure we return to the next school and go get some documents and go get my birth certificate and thing and get my passport to leave. So there goes the opportunity now for go to Canada now and get some education because so I did put it. The Rastafari community give me an opportunity. I could have did, get some farm and fix home that could have keep me for a while and I get some study in Canada or something. But I never know say it go like that. Still I was kind of in my brain I plan a whole of things whenever they on paper. You know, it's never like I didn't have that on paper. It's a mindset that I miss out and if I go to a first world country and I get better access to a later education than the way I miss out on the early part. But when I reached there, I realized a lot of things. My eyes woke up to knowledge and experience. I learned that I could have get into the classes. I learned that I could have studied computer and everything. And all the classes there in Toronto, no one wanted to keep me in Toronto. You know, everyone saying go on off. Yeah, you know. So I recognize the whole foreign state that no one will give, you know, more than a day worth of food. I feel a week of feeding places like start to become problematic and people live for welfare and all kind of
Yeah, man, no, it's serious. So foreign, because people think foreign is a bed of rose.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
don't want no
man.
extra mouth to feed and no extra.
You can't sleep on the floor. You ever tell them to we sleep on the floor? They say, man, we talk about. I sleep on the floor. I do not know the basement. I go keep you. So they have to report to the system, you know me. That so I'm not came and I came home to Jamaica at the time. Start saying to myself, so wow, it's not gonna be education. You know, it's not gonna be your natural talent you. Yeah, you're gonna be greater than the system ill prepared for. Because imagine done that show me that at that time
yes,
that we never prepare for what coming at us, you know. What is there before our face is just something where, you know, dreams and aspiration crumbling. So while I see that crumble as a teenager, I came forward with this opportunity to say, make craft. Because at that time I used to make crafts here, you know, so I went up there with my Oliver craft and something, set up a circle money and thing. Make craft and travel the Caribbean, represent Jamaica, do some other talented thing. You know, go on the stage and try to, you know, just somewhere you can get your name without. Come see other people doing these things. And I start study about them and realize some great poet and some very never gone to university, never, you know, some say the architect work, now go work for me, I have to be a painter, I have to paint for my natural talent for me have and draw the line and reel and just do that. Man, I got no graphic, man, I got no computer knowledge, nothing like that. We can allow them party. Them party when me that imagine in my mind that because
yes,
they done. So we started to the practical. We take the paintbrush, we do all and something. We went on the stage in the hotel. We do a tour of the Caribbean. We fulfilled that mandate, build the house, buy the first car, take on the album now and started to produce and where we are doing the full-time series and I being youth. But somewhere the knowledge never did there, you know, because I tell you already, we want full knowledge of where the English world and the system create. Because the Queen creates some sitting here. And then now I went ahead and get married. So I signed to the state of Jamaica, you know, and the Queen laws, you know, Supreme Court law, the whole of them principles with them. You know. So I signed out the whole of my everything into that. With that early marriage and I have been the princess and said, yeah man, we are right and we're good. Because she have the same equal rights like I and the youth them have the same rights so they can live in our oneness. But somewhere along the way that wheel up. So when that wheel up, you know, yeah, that's some wheel up and return to Jamaica and set up Nyabingi Youth Council with alongside Scubo, Mongo Time, Son and others. All of them come together.
Big up
Share the
Scubo.
knowledge. Yeah, we share
I gotta bring Scubo up on the platform to kind of have some ice
yeah,
man you want to get. And also, wasn't Queen Ifea part of that too?
Most definitely, man. The whole of them youth that we can call them name, you know, was a part of that strength, of early strength where I came forward with that wisdom that was exposed to us that the youth them need to communicate as youth, you know. And so we need this arm of youth for, you know, develop this strong army of His Majesty. But while we're doing that, it happened that love relationship was there pending and baby came, you know, my first daughter in Zinga. And so moving in that light, and many of us start move different places, you know. And so I'm at the turn there, you know, where we make decision to be coupled and strengthen other things, start manifesting that one way. So my story is just one of them, whereby the system take away a whole of that from me because me early decided to sign and be a married man. So I tell any youth who grow up with a Naya being the princess and not whatever, you grow up with them or whatever, know them from Nook and Connie, know them parents. But careful how you grow, you know, because you need to grow slow. and have yourself prepare for what the experience of maturity bring. Because when you mature, then you make good sound decision. When you're young and traveling up, you need experience, and so you must grow the experience before you make just a decision. So as a youth now,
Hold on,
yeah.
let's take up in, because your Naya being a classmate is here watching at the same time. Queen Ifea say, I military in Rastafari, and she send you some love and some fire emoji. So big up Queen Ifea.
Yeah, man. Big up, sis.
Yeah,
Rastafari. Yeah, man. A pioneer in our own rights,
yeah, man.
Yes,
I and I big
yeah,
sister
man.
Fairway, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Great
To the
giant,
power.
man.
To the power.
Rastafari queen.
But
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, man. So while the journey I take with it I take with the experience I look for of what we call in a Rastafari madness. Because no one no one talk about that, but
Mental health. Yes.
yeah, the mental situation where it deteriorate them once from a normal one to a one where depending on other things, substance, because we call it substance abuse after you start finding yourself depression or other state where diagnose often you just it came upon you where you end up do things where others are don't feel normal because you don't feel normal in yourself. And we are growing, normal, all along, normal. Because I never normal. I've been an abnormal child. Born 7 months, me no 15, with a 9 month pick me them. Me think fast, me think out of the back. Me think like the planet.
Stick up in. Tell the story, because we spoke offline and you told the story about being born and your mother meeting up with Mama Bubbles and the whole mystic of that whole situation. Please just block that story of the eye.
Yeah, I see through that story there. Big up, as I said, big up over 9 Mile Lane because Mama B, Mama B, Mama Bubbles. It was that ancient sweet mama who always a crush and thing, have the sweet melodic, sweet vibes there. We have a touch that before we get into it. Yeah. So my godmother, man, my godmama, the first one that I've seen I'm decided to survive from embarrassment and nakedness. So because mama I 2 baby before and I grow them up and things like that, and me I come and things like that. Me come in one way where tribulation time. You see me I say so the premature situation came upon mama where mama just check in if you go to hospital and never prepare anything and things like that. So she had to force and just bring me in the belly there and carry me in and things and come out. So we came out and when we came out it's like she there. They don't have any receiver, never have no night, nothing at all, no look shoes, no look boot, no look nothing. No look nothing. So yeah, mama did this, she say as a little princess who knows and trusts the most time, but saying my father can't reach, she can't bring nothing because he have case and he might hide from a case we road in one place there. I go disclose them places, but them places to be protected place where you have to burn like a coal and hide out and make a vineyard for the case them because them are knocking 90 at the time, the next time for the 100. He said at that time a 99 time. And the judge tell himself to come forward for a sentence. So like him said why the judge give him a chance to go, him say like the judge tell him to go on prepare and come forward for the sentence. In them time when the judge tell you that, I tell him I tell you so you can run, because they're gonna send you away. So my old man take the chance to run and him run off and I came into a time where
Okay. Wi-Fi the guy step up. We're gonna allow the brethren to come forward, but he's giving the story of his birth and how Mama Bubbles mystically appeared, at the moment of his birth. For give him a strength, for give Mama Fyah strength. I want the item to put this reasoning in context. When you hear these are them that gone through great tribulation, and I just put up Mama Fyah's episode where she tells her own story, growing up in Waterhouse on the Gully Bank, with Mama Bubbles and the whole identification, the persecution that the Rastafari family used to face. Her kingman, having to run from the police because of ganja. This is the case for reparation that you're hearing even through Ras Bingi Pele. You know what I mean? Because the Bingi Pele life is a representation of why reparation is needed for the Rastafari community. Them youth that couldn't go school, and you see how it impact him. He's giving you the full testimony of how these things impact. There's an impact. Yes, the brethren found a way, but there was a lot of tribulation. But continue the story about being born naked and Mama Fyah in the hospital. She had no clothes to give the eye. So you just did it. Take the story from there.
Yeah, man. So Mama Bubbles forward in, and then Ija, which is Mama Carmen. Mama Carmen first child, you know. Yeah, Maka first youth there. Him in a forward in the hospital, so him Mama B come check, you know. So Mama Bubbles come check for him there now, and I bring the goodies then where she make up them nice second thing there. She spot out say Mama in there and give birth to I and nothing there. You know. So she sit on the outside as I learn, and I'm crushing my first receiver. And then after that, she started to make me hat to cover my mole and boot to cover my foot and the little rest of something them and something. So I
Okay,
was
so
protected by an
Mama Bubbles made it on the spot for the eye.
Haile, yeah man, she was so fast. Mama said that she thought she had go home, she sit down outside and make up me little something them man and warm me up and thing man. So I'm a jam mother that first, you know. So we grew up having that sweet tenderness from Mama Bubbles because we grew up I hear them thing there and can't feel nowhere more than no say you know the one that I've been, you know, the one where you know they say the poor rasta them cherish each other. I
Yes.
protect one another, but the rich one they we feel like say, you know, it's a problem for share. The one when I have nothing that can make I grew up when they cut up the one banana and share out the one like 13 people that can say, you know. So I saw those things and the one orange peg out of every man get a peg and them a smoke chalice same way. So I know that out of the beach they did have love. So mama tell me about the love that where they did a share where they not left when one Rasta not pass the next Rasta. So if you come at the hospital and you hear say Rasta depend in the ward that you're not left the hospital before you go visit the Rasta there. Because a few of us. So some mama be dropping you know that Mama Fyah, she did know daughter darling from them Iowa that she know my grandfather and them all a chant together because grandfather sister and brethren them same way and my old man sister and brethren them. So it's so I came into loving everyone equally in Anaya Bingi. Knowing that all of these races are like one family is like I'm a cousin them, I'm a sister, I'm a brother them, you see how we because I accepted Ija as a brother who it was born the same month, same time like we celebrate. Every time we see each other, we just laugh like we can't stop laugh before we start to talk and thing, you know. Yeah, man. Rastafari, I know them take him out, but as we're moving on with the story of many of those who cherish us, you know, Mama B have been one of the first one who give her that protection.
That is also one of our man teachers. You know, she came to DC. She lived in DC for some time and Baltimore, and I was blessed to be able to chant with her and hear the angelic sound. And if anyone chant with Mama Bubbles live, it's like the angels come down in the bingy. You know what I mean? That
That's
voice
right.
where Mama Bubbles have. See your next one of your schoolmate them are check in today, Bingy Pele. I Celia, Sister I Celia. Say blessed love. I am
Rastafari.
daily learning. Give thanks for the knowledge. Good to see Pele. These are all of your schoolmates, you know what I mean? Who are now adults.
Rastafari,
Who
yeah
are they are
man.
big people now. You know what I mean?
And
As
so
Naya
most of we are grandparents, you know, so you imagine how much knowledge we passed down since then to others who we create and things like that and we have to touch life with because I would a big Rastafari people who would I say I and I as youth teach them how to be humble and be Rastafari today. Oh, I live Isle of we're proud of, you know. Enough of them want to cry say all over the world. So
yeah, man.
at the time it was just a few of us as we say. but somehow the duty is there from each household where you come out of, represent your parents and your family heritage and your lineage, even in the Naya being because when you walk in a Rasta, I'm gonna shout about your father there, man. Something that kind of sweet to Remember when I see you and say Bongo Shati, say it's a old man I call him fire. I must tell you say Bongo David, your grandfather that animal. You know David and I look for you. It's sweet. We was recognized and that islanders give us the opportunity for wanting greatness because we know we are going to take their place. But as I said before, lack of that opportunity wasn't to blame on the community like that. It's more the Babylonian system will never make us settle in one place to develop anything. Because as I said before, when we go to Nyabingi, for the Nyabingi, them they have to break down and be rebuild each time, just use a spot. And when them get a spot that is permanent, always the Babylon come and mash it down. So Mama Fyah been through all of that. So the association that take most of the one we never have the big education to achieve greatness to give to us as children, a young one who was supposed to have the opportunity. We couldn't blame them neither. We didn't have to blame up the system here where we want some reparative justice from because when we check out Big Sis who run and Big Sis Princess decided to move our foot and get the scholarship because as we said documents wasn't there, so we have to find some way. And Big Sis decided to run left everyone in our parish and reach the stadium and run left them people in our stadium same way and give them a lap around the field and thing. Them decides to get a goal and scholarship and them. The school said they not accept her unless you trim off in a fear.
Wow.
So it's a straight rejection that and at any time that we never get no one who could get up and defend us like we know law is supposed to go. Because law is something
Now
very big.
you have attorneys out there like attorney Marcus Cuff and others who could have taken it to court, but them time they you never have that. You know what I mean?
No, you just have one lawyer which is Miguel Land and it was sometimes hard to get to her, have other cases I do that or something. So as I said before, no blame. Just knowing that the way forward we have to speak truth. We not go grow on here so I'm going like because no one never did defend my big sister. We know that she was turned down and other Rasta children was going to the school, those schools as well. So it's not like it's not like say other Rasta youth never accepted, but there was something on my sister part to reach that greatness. So she never got that. So it disencouraged her, although I was fast and wanted to run for every boy same way. That the scholarship they never gonna work fair. So it don't make no sense because I throw myself like an ass run these field and run up and down. So there's rebellious and said no that the part right there. See it. So we know about the systematical fight with sister never done so sister did bright, but as me I tell you already, you don't get the chance with your brighter you don't. Because if sister they don't get that, I don't know how where I could have don't get that, If no one never defend sister with a scholarship or she run for and how much thousands of dollars will be a year scholarship, she don't get it and come home and cry and look and hopeless and say she not tomorrow. Then what you think that do to her as a youth? You think that I gonna make I humble and calm and sweet and look up pony cat with somebody?
As we say, we can't assign blame. We give thanks for the transparency. I can see why they would have been frustrated and quote unquote get trouble because the frustration, everywhere you turn. My mother would have said everywhere you go, Maka juke you. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't get that chance to exercise the brilliance where you know inside of the eye. You know what I mean? And these are the things that require reparation from the Jamaica government because this youth could have been an architect. This I can't call him a youth again, cause grandfather, but he could have been an architect, a pilot, all kind of thing. But because of denial to access to education, and this story, I've heard it so many times. You know what I mean? So many, in particular, in the Naya Bingos, cause in 12 tribe and some of the other Rastafari, they don't make their youths grow with locks. So the youth them would have go school without locks, and then after them graduate now, them grow them locks. You know what I mean? But the Naya Bingi family were holding strong to the liberty
True.
and take that abuse because them refuse. And the fact that your sister as a girl never want trim her lock is a testament to what Mama Fyah, the teachings that she instilled in her daughter,
Yes,
that
sir.
daughter so cling to that identity that she was willing to make a stand, even in the face of
Yeah.
a scholarship and these things, and said, no, me
Yeah,
nah go
even right now, she holding that principle. Every time we look on them thing, that she tell me, brother, hold strong. She proud of I and I. If you don't commit no crime, although we were so vexed and we could have been, even those youth, who decided to be, because we say a revolutionary. And if a problematic like that, you imagine what kind of problem we could have give society. However, we learn a different way that the Most High have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And when you want to have dignity for Ethiopia and yourself as Rastafari within your own individual self, it have nothing to do with no one, no system. And the one have got charter the one pathway, although the system have a chokehold from the whole away. Can remember what the ancestors them been through, as I tell you, I study the whole of them knowledge, the Caribbean history, study about the Maroon, and we live among the Maroon, the community, the indigenous community around Charlestown, street up there in Moortown and everywhere. We have go to school and we interact and play these drums and meet with all these youths. You see me and say, in these villages, we live and grow in them. So it's like, it was wanting to put all of these things together. That today I could have looked for the 34 pages of documents from the United Nations, study them thing there, understand what them and represent, study what Africa all which went to the United Nations through Bongo Watto and Bongo Spear earlier, checking Africa through the AU and early out what the South African High Commission did when we signed off for whooping the airway through the Caribbean, through the Atlantic, same way. When we are studying and I recognize that if we hadn't take the initiative and the seriousness of night after night after night, and even though no one never recognized that me have an eye problem and could have get me a glasses so that I could have didn't read properly without have a burnt eye, we force it, to study many volumes of knowledge, within our head scope that we can talk about Timbuktu and talk about the Nile Valley and everywhere, with a sense of what we are talking about. Not you trying to put something in our head because I want to do my own research. I don't want you to just any jog up and just come around here neither and I try to fix I. Because colonizers came, you see me I say, and architects of liars among the whole thing, same way we look like we come on here, say I tell a story about when they take a stock. It is just a draft of the Babylonian system, same way under even locks. So we have to know, as if I would say, we love that education that brought us a sense of we self. Never a sense of where they want to put inside our head. Then we couldn't see a liar as a liar. You see me I say, and we couldn't see a thief as a liar neither. And we couldn't see an unscrupulous person who signed with the parliament or anything and then come on and tell the indigenous people so they can lead them and have them dragging around for 10 years and getting no rights. Because you know that if you sign with the parliament, your documents and your signature non invited. If you want to tell the people them say you can get them some rights. So after 10 years having these knowledge, we recognize some educated dunce and some stupid mind people who think them have degree can lead our people today to the grave, like Mama Fyah, in madness. So we talk about that illogic part of the mindset of those who are bright and intelligent to fix people like Mama Fyah and others into footstool, to use them to carry out their ceremonies and their rituals and whatever that them want to have each time, dressing up in clothing and kind of something, and them become the master of ceremony or whatever. And we are spectators who started this thing, revolutionary push of Rastafari. You see? to galvanize repatriation, reparation, and all these type of beautiful things were supposed to come to our people after the great struggle. But somewhere along the way, we find organizations popping up, taking away the rights of the indigenous people, holding it in different corners, like splinter groups, which we are all our fingers of one loving arm. But somewhere along the way, them teach us to be neo-colonial leaders, taking the place of the slave masters now, tricking our own people. And because people like Mama Fyah never have the knowledge like what we did see, them could have did lead around our parents them head for years, like today. So when we are talking about the pop-up organization and we register with Babylon, we have a surfer ticket or something, a plaque on a wall, we have a file each year to the government wherever them there. You see me I say them that under EWF, them that are not His Majesty set up, now they not stand for Rastafari in general because there is nothing at all that you can see in a unified form that over that period of years. I am 50 this year and I don't see no organization today where I can hold up one finger up in the ear and say, these one transparent because I have seen their documents and their annual report or anything. I called for that years ago, you know, as a prince, the regent. But somewhere along the way, we realize the educated dunce within Rastafari, those who have certificate, don't recognize the grassroots people like I and I who would fight for education and that we don't become the ones then who sit in the chair one day and say just like the others before that you kill our parents and you become traitors of our parents and that we standing here now 50 years old and people still calling we youth and with them doing that in the Nyabingios and all over by having our parents them
I have a campaign, stick a pin, because I'm on a campaign to really have a category of Rastafari young adults and adults because I say we can't just have youth and elder. You know what I mean?
But
Because
it's youth ancient. They don't have the name already, you know. I have youth ancient because it's an ancient livity, see? And if it's an ancient livity, the baby will just born him ancient like him papa and sometimes old line and him daddy, you know. Because him in great grandfather line and him in great grandmother home did I travel down. And so we come down, you know, from the first creation we're there. So if the thing is ancient, how can you come create nothing new? Nothing new can create out of anciency. It must be anciency on top of anciency. That's how you go. So if we are find ourselves, you know, start to realize ourselves, you know, the true essence and the beauty of our own self and how the creation make I and I. And them say a child shall lead the way and youth I call upon you because you're strong. Then where comes this argument, you know? So we want to burn that while we're moving on, not blaming no individual, but we just blame it and we're supposed to burn out ism and schism and folly. Because in a Babylonian system, a 50-year-old man can't write up no documents and talk about him and no youth. No way. Youth in a nothing at all. So youth in a one barbaric faith. No, listen now. Stagnant faith. What kind of faith? Because listen, this faith supposed to be a spiritual realms. And the baby supposed to be spiritual. The whole man supposed to be spiritual. And everyone spiritual. So how come you're more spiritual more than I? Through your ola and your grey beard or your lack to long? What make you more spiritual more than I? I know see them thing they're growing up because of this why I seek knowledge to find out if these things when I want to say is true. I know I expect you because you're older than I in terms of experience and the wisdom supposed to come to the eye and you're supposed to govern things and I'm supposed to show that from I expect to the one. But what about when you put yourself low down, less than anything that's supposed to deserve in respect? Should I give that same respect when we're talking about rights and protection, which is general? You see what I say? So along the way, I am a rebel. Because if I search and I find none, and I have to look within myself to find that one. And I expected others while I doing that. Because you can't fix no one. You have to learn from others while you try to bring out
you
the
have to
grapes.
look internal. You have to find within the eye self.
You know? But still learning, because each one teach one, you know. I learned from all the Rastafari community and the great ancient before and those who doing works now and thing like that. But I swing in blame. And when I swing in blame now, I take in a whole lot of blame because I in the middle of that. It's not like I am sending blame to no one and then I left out of the whole thing. If I fire the whole of we are blazing at the big fire, you know.
Yeah,
you see?
man.
So Mama Fyah fire and I a ball of fire. Slap out of Mama Fyah and Papa Fire. You see me, I say, Fire time. So, they are now Bingy Fire, a blaze of fire, and I say, Mama Fire has been a pure queen. And who I address Mama Fire is Rastafari, you know, to I. Because Rastafari in a full word is truth and right and liberty and fullness of one crying out that greatness within oneself. You see me, I say? Because an outside thing for be a Ras. You know, you can't look out of yourself if you got mention or Rastafari. You see, if you be a state man and you go study out of yourself and get what attitude to them put on the wall or something, that different from a living vessel or live something that him represent for each day when we wake up. I see him thing him dead with. And whatever scrutinization you put on him and call him any name, him still gonna live with that and knowing that him is who he is, you know. So Mama Fyah represent that for us. So I expect Jew to the Queen will never change. And even if something I gotta take 20, 30, 40 years, Mama, they go take the longevity there, you know, and I go with it to see it through like how she grew up and I for accepting that you're a youth within that segment of ancient. You know, the third generation. You're a youth. You can't get up and they go tell, override the principle of our indigenous core people. And later on when you grow up and learn now, we realize your mama would that do. You know, when she reprimand I and I tongue, and then ask I and I say, if the time is right and you want to force it, then you're going to end up with disrespect ones and ones, even though we are said might be truthful or something like that, you know. You don't have to go humble yourself and bring it in, you know, the right way. Now explain it like that with brute force or, you know, try disrespect no one when you bring it across.
Did I ever read the autobiography of His Majesty?
Yeah, you know, I went into, but not 100 that I could have said.
Because if you read the introduction, His Majesty said that exact same thing. He said,
yeah, man.
You can't force progress on a people. You know what I mean?
True.
You have,
It's
like
due
a
process.
Yes, a process. It's a process. And he said you can't make something happen simply because you want it. Only it's coming
But what I bring across, you know, it's never really like I want to bring my opinion to the forefront. It's always wanting classroom setting within research.
Progress.
Yeah, because you know, you step from class to classes and you grow. What happens is that no gradation process happen. No Excel. It's like
rites of passage. We need a rites of passage.
And I call that stagnancy. So I start to say if the head of the stream having the blockage and the problem, the one of the one them down at the bottom have some little.
But we see it, King, because we don't see no youth council in the Nyabingi house again. We don't see no youth activity. We don't see no you know what I mean, the zeal. We don't see it again, you know what I mean? So what they are saying is a fact. We have to know that things need to be corrected. You know what I mean? There's no
and it's truth and right. I know I cut the eye, but the truth and right before love and light. You see,
yes,
not one the love and light, you know, but after the love and light blow in, you still have to go deal with the truth and the rights, you know. Because the truth and rights come first before the love and the light. And enough one want to accept the part, yeah. You don't want to cleanse yourself, but you want to put in something to heal yourself. You see what I go on? You know, but when the time comes, I want to drink up something, or eat up something, or go do an exercise or a stretch or something to keep himself healthy. But them mad with himself that time there. But you know, otherwise you want to stuff everything inside the self and dress up the self and go do all kind of things with the self. Well, I say as Rastafari is a pure liberty. And we not going to dress up nothing for no one around here. We don't want to eat I, no one deal with I and whatever and say, use the opportunity of Mama Fyah instead of talk some great, beautiful thing about Mama Fyah and polish her something and put her on a show, yeah, so that's everyone can say, yeah, great interview, nice, sweet and very. Because them Mama Fyah Rasta or something. I like when next one there, bongo water Rasta, bongo time Rasta, something like that. Burn the bonfire for all them type of situation there, see, because we're not going to get no growth if we're going to have ones we're not going to speak truth. Because him say I'm going to big up a one. I have big up Mama Fyah to the core, you know, and giving thanks to every knowledge and understanding. But I one thing she know about that I accept to carry our message, and I ever say our message, you know, that we carry Mama Fyah message because Mama Fyah teach with truth and right too. Enough time he used to talk truth and right and people hate her. Because and we learned that from her too. Enough time she don't want to accept no truth and right neither. Because she's an April born. But later on she recognizes the truth and come around to it same way. Because when you deal with the bull, you know, so you can't just deal with the bull any kind of way. And I liberal and I done. You see me I say, and we kinda use up with
When is the I Earth strong? Because I'm a liberal too, you know. When is the I
yeah,
Earth?
22nd October I try to
Okay, I'm the second. I'm the second.
yeah,
October.
man. So I had the right, you know, when it got change over. So you know when certain time and when the fix go on, you know, me act like a scorpion and me act like a libra. More time you have to put a balance in the thing and I recognize it. When you put a balance in the thing, you listen to mama. Because her mama first did create a balance within her, which is proper sperms and her egg, combining together, bringing forth this boy child. And then as she alone in the hospital to bring forth I into the creation and protect I. So I humble with her to this day, and I said, Mama a Rastafari, because she not break the vow. Mama, you know, if Rastafari should have a plural to it, which I don't find in numbers nor no kind of way. Because that's why them said the Rasta man, but then they never said the Rast. Like the Rasta woman, the Rast is in Ethiopia, never have no woman. So when the research I'm go and things like that, my queen mother, Mama Fyah, representing that creative Tafarian nation of people, you know, called by the first name that His Majesty was called by, you know. I know that she lived that principle of a great Queen Mama. You see me I say? Because behind the closed door before she try to do her best. And when you're trying to hide, you pass already. You see, even if you make mistake along the way and you go tomorrow and correct it, you pass for hide because you learn to accept changes. Changes is everything. It's ultimate to hide. It's revolution. So mama make multiple changes before mama step out of flesh. We learn what do call it? Learn the situation when never did come early. We teach I and I now to humble and accept that every one of them time. Mama did just need some more time and some more patience to learn other things to share with us, and she never get that chance because she lost her mother from early out. She grew up and she get a king man who never did around with it with that but that kind humbleness at first because my dad was a stern man and never showed a little tender care the way a woman would need to get the little props that you know pass that down to our children. And so Bongo Shorty was there with that, and then out of that comfort the next thing again, which is struggle and tribulation. Big up Bongo Shorty for you know bring I and I through the struggle and tribulation.
Yeah,
And
man.
big up Father Fyah for
So,
maintain till this Iowa.
yeah,
You
man.
know,
Papa Fyah, big up
Mama
Papa
Fyah
Fyah. Yes.
continue till the last Iowa, you know, when she decided on her bed that she go plan the victory celebration, you know,
Talk
the
about
tree
that. Talk
lights.
about that. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Give us
tree
the
lights celebration because she need her step out of creation before she plan her eyes and go through and see her people and so on time. So whatever systematical change people would want to make fear like the system plan up say them would do a biopsy and do a whole heap of tests and do some chemo and some something and she recognize it. Fear system can go through them there again and them something there and things. So she started tell her she needed time and time to say goodbye and time for reason with ones and things like that. So we start give mama the time and work with mama because mama the general. And when I work with the general and the general never lose our mind. So we are dealing with someone who lose our mind, so we're gonna fix things for her. You know, no. So we work alongside the general and the general decided to tell the doctor say if anything me not go do the biopsy right away, you know. One time I have to think and get things together. She came out on oxygen strong enough and do it take her through a rigorous time because the money wasn't easy to find, and I give thanks to the wider community now who stretch forth helping hand and east, west, north and south. I'm not gonna call one name but a whole heap of ones and ones, you know, everywhere. I big up the them Rastafari Nation for doing such a beautiful job to the Queen Mother, you know, Rastafari Queen. Yes, I. So while that going through, Mama was fulfilling her mandate as a queen, passing over baton, giving over rights to her children and other ones in the community where she loved and would have give her a message to and thing like that. That was the time when Mama Fyah wanted, you know. But in the end, most of us wanted more from Mama Fyah and needed more according to our own feelings, you know, because we don't want to lose Mama Fyah and not like that. But she tell us to prepare in our own way. And we are trying to resist as a Mama Fyah, biopsies the next way, this, that.
And she had gone through stage 4 cancer already. Because when I first met Mama Fyah, you know, she was in the process of battling against cancer. Um, you know, the first interview I did had the title, you know, the woman who beat stage 4, Rastafari woman beat stage 4 cancer. So, you know, the struggle was not a short struggle. This was extensive, and I want to big up Sister Mitzi. Um, the first time I met Mama Fyah in person was with Sister Mitzi, who was carrying her to a doctor's appointment, and I think I had to bring something forward for Mama Fyah from DC to give to her. You know what I mean? So this is not a short journey. This is going through great tribulation. You know, Mama Fyah life is an exemplar in terms of what grassroots Rastafari face in Jamaica. You know, I mean, it's not a bed of rose, glamorized, and you see in the tourist board the Rasta shake them locks. They don't show you the side. So what the brethren Ras Pele, Bingi Pele is talking about, you know, I mean, you can hear some of the pain in the memories in terms of going through this life, which yes, you know, the brethren say had its joys, but you know, having to forego formal education, having to see his peers be educated, he could not be educated just because he said the name Rastafari and don't want to trim his locks and didn't have paperwork because you know his father was on the run through persecute. You know, there's a cascade of events that led to the marginalization of many, not just this brethren, but particularly the Nyabingi order, 'cause I know some of them um, personally, you know, who go through this and, you know, the resentment. And we don't talk about this side, but this is why we have the Lion Voice Network, because this is our network. You know what I mean? This is the IMC. I'm just the representative. I was just fortunate enough to be called to Rastafari while I was in Washington, D.C., attending Howard University, and His Majesty called I to duty. And I answered the call. You know what I mean? I could have easily not answered the call and gone on and been a corporate attorney or whatever, but I answered the call. And I've seen the glory and the beauty. You know what I mean? Give thanks. We're gonna seal up shortly. We're gone over 2 hours. I know so they are busy bridging to just seal us up with Mama Fyah vision, what she wanted in terms of, and this is just part one, because we're gonna bring Bingi Pele forward to talk about his music and all in other works, and also we wanna also strengthen building up the Portland Nyabingi Center, because that was one of Mama Fyah vision, was to see a fully developed
Yes, I.
Nyabingi Center there in Portland. So we want to make sure we bring the eye forward so that the eye can let ones know how they can contribute, and we can get updates on the center and some pictures and some video where people can see the development and the progress, because that Nyabingi Center there in Portland is very important. And I know that there was some developers and ones who
Most
were
definitely.
move behind them and things. So we want to make sure so we keep that link there with the eye, and we fulfill Mama Fyah vision. But share with us what did Mama Fyah want to see? You know, in these final months, she gave there a lot of instruction. What did she want to see for the Rastafari family and for the Portland Nyabingi Center? Yeah, you right? Isis, that can hear right? Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
I
And
can
I'll
hear
say
that.
what?
Rastafari.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
so we're
gonna
upon
wrap
wrapping
up,
up
but
there, sir.
I want there to say what was Mama Fyah vision for the Rastafari family and for the Portland Nyabingi Center. What was the instruction she left behind?
Yes, I. So I'm pertaining to how she had a vision of unity, and I always saying the victory celebration supposed to bring unity because it bring Ethiopia in the 18th century together to beat out the fascists and them colonizers and capturers and demons vibration. She want that now for unify Rastafari in this vibration and now push. So she was organizing the Nyabingi because before that she wanted a 3-day retreat and it never happened and things like that through how things are go. And then now she decided if you use this Nyabingi, you know, to bring her family forward together now. To bring a oneness and raising things out and get to a fullness where a MOU could have come out of it and knowing that ones and ones together know what them stand for and need so that they can, you know, present themselves on a wider stage as unified families, you know. Yeah, well, that never done. So, Mama Fyah asked us as a Rastafari family, east, west, north, and south, everyone that called by their name, for all those things as great things, because never get nothing signed now. We won't get any rights because these rights only can come to our indigenous people when it's by the people, for the people. It's the only thing that can work. And then outsiders can, you know, work alongside them when them choose, if they elect or choose. But no one can dictate to indigenous people how them lead themselves. And as an indigenous leader, that is what she leave with us. That the people themselves need to come together. Any leaders in any organization or any group that think them bigger than the people, we must get rid of them. As a Rastafari family, them not go stand. Them only deal with funerals or deal with addressing governmental affairs in terms of Rastafari and wanting job or careers. But the grassroots people is really people who are touchable. You can find them. Real leaders is one we can meet every time. You always have you have access to that person. The leader we don't have no access to, then he is a criminal. You know, like the politicians and the others who signed to someone else. He's an affiliate of someone, not by the people. So should I hope that the people themselves who represent this take it up and deal with it and assist our family and make it be a fullness and a high liberation for all. That means we don't have enough. So the 28 now should I say a tribute that make and ones coming with whatever they can donate to make the ISIS the IRA and otherwise make the family have more strength to carry through with her. So that was our plan, you know, to go through with the Bingi celebration and then continue with the struggle of overcoming whatever illness they're on now and be stronger with the united force of our family. However, she tried out and we're still in motion, now change nothing. So we're gonna do that now, the 9 night vibration energy PR, and that is one day before the ISIS, which is the Wednesday. And we just have to work that, and on the Friday the 28th is that tribute high liberation inside here, you know, a nice vibration, you know, acoustic energy or whatever it can go through.
Okay.
Then we light the fire, you know, blazing the fire, going fullness of strength and now being the order over the strong end, still up Monday morning the third, and hope that would have bring ones and ones for the bitter and the sweet and overcoming and the Monday morning with some victory coming out of that. And through Mama Fyah name of being, you know, someone who unify the force and the universe open up now for that kind of island protection from the Queen. So we can just use our name and chat through in our identity, you know. and fulfilling the mandate of a people who, you know, sign to each other, because the 100 million black man must stand up for them cause, you know, that they can save the rest of the nation all over the world, which become a part of the Rastafari nation. And Rastafari is a nation in all nations. Therefore, we represent every nation these days on the planet Earth. Can't speak no other way. That if we want to unify the earth, we have to respect what His Majesty said through the United Nation and through all other avenue where him set up and ever say United Nation are gonna be a reference point for mankind. Like in times like these, when you have nation status and you want to fit yourself into laws, international laws or whatever, and development. So even though the United Nations might doing what it's doing on the side there, but the laws and the principle and binding countries we sign on to it. Jamaica is one of them, and other countries as well. We'll find them now move in the accord how they're supposed to move. So today I'm just telling Rastafari that Mama Fyah want the people to practice it on the local level. You know, you can't get up and have an international or a national group of Rastafari having an organization representing us, speaking at our behalf, and they are not representing it on the local level. So any organization that will represent us, and in a kind of make it sorry, east, west, north, and south, among the grassroots people, then we're that a show. And we can answer with oneself, because if you have, we don't want to call one, not two. But if you have a documents that represent the people, by the people, for the people, it must be organized by the people. It can't be you go type up something, come forward, present it to the people, tell the people, say, and this them I work with. That means someone can send you, the parliament can organize no committee and decide and choose something on the indigenous people and tell them that they must work with. Neither. It must we working on something and then work with the parliamentarian and then present our argument. So I'm just saying, right now, Mama Fyah represent these things and more. And that's why the victory celebration is very important, because once can come in and see through these things. The EWF is going to be here as well, the Charter 37, moving forward with the government in that a strong level, because no one don't represent the EWF, but somewhere inside of it, it talk about principles and a certain type of way how we must administrate, which Rastafari and all I seek it through different organizations where they register with government. While the EWF should be a registered organization where every Rastafari have a charter and administrate that with every organization and have a group, you know, a mansion. So somewhere along the way, the Rastafari then so stubborn, and you have, as me say, this educated, done-said people will think they're so bright. When you think you're so bright, then you work with something where you think you can't older than what His Majesty said, greater than what His Majesty said, then something wrong along the way. This is the vice of Bingi Pele, third generation of Rastafari, saying, don't let us fool ourselves anymore. And 50 years I have done, and I do 40 years of research on Rastafari family in the 60s, coming to know, and when we realize it reached some 60 years of study before Jamaica get independent, and say them have them independent, two people we're going to get the government for rule the whole away. I am sure the whole away the charter will part away out and fight the British for have our own rights. But somewhere along the way, you know, we become some splintered group working with the Jamaican state. You see me, I say ostracizing our own people with lax head, long beard or whatever, with jacket and tie, university or otherwise. So we're just saying when the man can be just simple man, you know, regardless of where I'm for the war, the plaque where I'm hold, or the degree, or the house, or the car where I'm drive, or the bank account, or how big is in my account, it don't really matter, because we are just flesh. And if somebody flesh are going to read corruption like that, it simply means that while you get this a chance you have to live, there could be face truth and right. No truth and right now face among this nation of Rastafari. None at all. And I speak only truth. Whether I agree with that, the same thing where I speak about or not. But how much people are going to do without medication and lack of having the simple and basic necessity to live through life. And then you have other Rasta out there so them and represent them. You know, some big talk, you know, some big giant organization, and so much of them that my one hand can hold up and say the whole of them hold panic. You see? And one of them credible in any country them find themselves and wherever. And I have documents to prove too. But then can't go to the government to defend the rights away because the government don't want to see none of them. Because it is saying with a 20-odd page document that the whole away must go find a council and we must be credible. The end of the day come, who credible? Because they didn't choose by the people for the people. So they are not credible. And if they choose to do that, then you have a war. Because you have people like I will come out and say, you're not credible. Although you've been chosen by our parents or ancient before us. You're still not credible because I don't know you're doing that job on the grassroots level or on the ground. So while we're campaigning for the whole unity and understanding of our nation, we want to speak truth to our people that if you create an organization and register it in any country or wherever, if you are not with the nation people, that simply means you're against the nation people then. From you go just sign up that, you the lead that, you the collect money, you the do whatever you do in the name of Rastafari in general. And then you connect with the nation. That simple mean you're doing a personal thing. That means that the nation themselves could have come together, organize a conference or whatever, and then just mark your off. That's the intellectual property right I'm talking about. Industrial rape and commercial robbery of different organizations thinking them have the right to use Rastafari like a football field where them play them game when them feel like and the international stage raping, robbing and pedophiling the whole Rastafari nation and having them children getting abused, ostracized and being like some weak people in this time here. When we unify and have numbers as a nation, we could have tell any government say we don't like that and we sign against that and we vote against that because we have power. But somehow the neo-colonial idiots who have education think them smart, things that them could have with people and pin up in a different groups though. And have we around here spin on for 50 years to me become now a grew up grandfather who people I say like me should have the humble and take my time because some of them organizations are young and they need some time to get themselves together. Where we have some 20-odd page of documents in other organizations are credible and ready to lead us into the forefront. Where we just need to just galvanize all the strength and the unity between all the organized bodies, whether we register or unregistered, and make this thing credible because we say so. And anything we call ourselves or anything we say as a people and as a nation, and it stand. So something along the way, I teach we. Say we must be divided. And the man that who a lawyer or the man that who have a doctorate in a university or they run this in our study center are up there, so. In our university where we think it give mandate to the one around us because it's smaller or something. Should have rule the whole of we head as Rastafari people. And something wrong with that. Something wrong. Something not going right around here. So Mama Fyah was seeing that when she was getting to her fullness in creation and seeing that some of these leaders who become hierarchy was disrespecting the queen in her presence and was vexed. So she give us on her tongue this message that her family will bear with her for so much years. She asking them kindly do good for them own self now by coming and put signature together for themselves where they can stand up with them big documents and say there was a campaign out for all Rastafari to sign off and be Rastafari as a nation and this 25 24 or 21 point agenda being started fulfilled. The first one probably be farming, probably be education, probably be something, but we are choosing 1 and 2 and 3 and whatever and practically start put them in place. Other than that, we become a set of talkers and a repatriation naga because the end of the day come, if you go home, you have to go study language, you're going to need agriculture, you need to fit in our system. And if you don't hear so, talking about it and we're not practicing nothing like that around here.
Industry. We have to go to the industrial scale because to feed the multitude, you need industry. So, but that work is happening. King, I don't know if they are tuned into the Harambe Hall, but that is the old principle around it. It's moving around the island to reason with the people, get the input from the people, to bring the unity, because what I tell ones is that unity does not mean uniformity. So we can make differences in outlook, separate I, and that is what they use to separate the family, because everyone don't see things exactly the same. Now them create a division, and that create a confusion, and with us going in circles. So
Yeah.
the,
So while we talk about the confusion and we break
yeah,
away from the confusion and be united as a force of energy that is positive, the victory celebration bringing forth the opportunity for everyone to follow up themselves into
yes.
that. The
So that's
bittersweet and seed up that.
February 28th. February 28th it starts.
Yeah, definitely. So if I want can try the 20th and I want to try the 26th, which supposed to so we're all right. What we are saying now, the nine deer, enough one now go try for that. Someone might try for the tribute. And some people might just try for the eyes, you see? But you have delegates coming in and ones where we come for all of it. And full joy, the whole of it and the community run a Portland here. And go celebrate all of it. So what I say to the greater family, if you have any little thing in your little quarters when you are forward, you forward, no feel afraid to forward it in. We are talking about cash kind of anywhere to make it nice to the family so that we all can full joy ourselves in the greatness of ourselves, and then not have no if a big complaint or looking forward for the family to provide something where can come from the sky, but it could have come from the earth out of a man's vineyard, or come from a man's pocket, or come from a shop where he could have buy it or something. You see what I said, Rastafari?
Collective security.
Yeah, man,
So bring Asian style, Asian Nyabingi style. Bring something to the gathering. Cash kind, food. You have banana. You have breadfruit. Whatever you have, just bring it. Come so the ones them can full joy.
Yes, sir.
This is a great celebration. It's an annual event. This one is very special now because you know what I mean, the celebration of Mama Fyah is dear, and we're asking the global family if ones want to give attribution to the Portland Nyabingi Center for the construction, because there's a lot of work that need to happen. Because recently they cut down the fruit trees, a lot of things been happening over there. How can one support the eye and the family in terms of the building of the Portland Nyabingi Center?
Yes, I. So I have a number where one can reach I. So the details can given and thing like that. I the year 56321. That's I man number there where I can record off a head. Yeah, I we have more, but somehow along the way my brain never they prepare on pen and paper for call out. And we also have an account number that big little sister have seen where we, connecting a few ones feel like a while since mama been ill. But as we say, Lasco money is a good way for send things, because one of the cheapest one and access to not many people account and thing like that. Steer online and thing like that if you want to use Western Union, because it might too difficult for too much tax or something. So it's a Lasco money, and my address is my name is Joel Dyke. The address is Buff Bay, a white rock Buff Bay, PO, Portland, Portland, Jamaica with it. Yeah man, Buff Bay, Portland, Jamaica, and Bingy Pele.
Yeah, man, and you can forward the information. I can put it in the description of the video, so that ones can just looking at the description and get the information.
Yeah man, and remember the ones them for know, the button been passed. So somewhere along the way, mama unfinished job, and a story where now really go to the world, still yet to been published and galvanized. So we can create this continuation of finite people who spend great time in Mama Fyah, growing strong themselves too, who Mama Fyah used to recognize and give a certificate here and there and a recognition along the way. We can continue this great king man of Rastafari inner strength, so that we all can get mature inner strength, acknowledging each other, because that's what indigenous people have to do. Until we start do it, then we couldn't expect them to go whitewash certificate or acknowledgement would be greater than our people acknowledging each other, in a greatness of strength. So I give thanks to the eye for acknowledge Mama Fyah, our family, and also, contacting I and acknowledging I give thanks to the acknowledgement of each other, acknowledging each other moving forward is the greater way of representing a nation. So I lay
Give,
and then I give
give
thanks.
thanks. Bingy Pele, one day I know the Lion Voice Network. We are independent, non-aligned Rastafari media. So I represent for the grassroots, for the educated, for the battlefield, for all the facets, EWF, Nyabingi, Orthodox, 12 Tribe, Bobo Shanti, all of the different segments and allies toward this movement, because what I realize is that we don't really have a centralized platform. We have the different pockets, but for this thing to work, we need a central platform where everyone, not just Jamaica either, because Trinidad things are happening, Guyana things are happening, Toronto things are happening. Rastafari is global.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I talk about the root of Rastafari. I not talk about the branch. And so we need a global platform to get the message out, because it's repatriation time now. Armageddon time now.
The
This is a
time.
different time. It's a time of food scarcity. We have to control the food. We have to plant our own things. We have to become wise, because even if you have the best theory, if you don't have food to eat, your theory are gonna go nowhere. You can sovereign like
And that's
more.
right there, man. It's not just to
Yeah.
speak of that, and so regardless of where I do, we have to know, say, fruits from tree keep you alkaline, herbs
Yes.
and spice from tree, and them they are gonna keep you with a whole heap of minerals and substance
That's
where you not
it.
have to go get
That's
out
it.
of processed food. And so the life of living of Rastafari is always been, before you get a family or anything like that, you have a little vineyard and things. So if you look practically of Rastafari teaching, it was practical in terms of the garden first. Because of
God, the
this you
first.
turn to for your medicine, your everything. Because we never have fridge, we never have no shop where we could have turned to and something. But from
Yes.
man get health food store and all kind of something and organic food
Stop
and
plant.
name
Yeah,
them,
stop
them
plant.
pretty up name there. Man no plant no more because
No more.
we
Serious.
have we have it
Um,
in packages. You
Mama,
know?
Mama, I fear. Say, repeat the phone number again. Repeat the phone number again.
8356321. Yes, I.
So, yeah, that is a direct link. Don't call the bridge with no foolishness.
Yeah, and
Please.
the one them can just know say a Rastafari and simple. So, within this connection of a global push, we look forward for truth and right. If I want to have anything where I did do over the years, I said to them, and it unfinished, and we never worked it out. So it's alright, because something along the way did prevent us. At least I want with the bitter and sweet, I want to say that to I, that I can put that behind I moving forward. Because I know I move on with passing the button pass to I, and then now you hear I want to try I later on up on stage or something for something where we could have work out early on
I
in a
love that
life.
maturity.
So
I
as we
love that
say, truth and
maturity.
right, it's done. And if I have been someone where step by your foot all along and you have a corner and something, you can make I know that's that next time I look out, I remember that.
I love
Bounce the
that.
foot that
I love that. I love that. Transparency. So there you have it, family. We're gone over 2.5 hours. We give thanks for everyone who watch it live, for the hundreds who will watch it on the replay. We are here giving tribute to a great Nyabingi matriarch who give our life to this liberty. Who stand for Kadamawi Haile Selassie the first and Empress Menen, who want to see the movement reach its heights of heights, and I is here as the living to carry out this work. And the government fall upon I shoulders as the Rastafari adults and young adults, and as him say, youth elders. All of the above is I time now to build the institutions, the schools, the health centers, the banking institution, the whole infrastructure now is I time. We can't look to what's happened only to say give thanks. I tell ones I don't want hear no one slander no elder because why? Them do them work. I time now. We can't. There's no nation on earth will depend on them elder to move the nation forward. They're there for the wisdom. Now it's I time to take the reins and for institute the things in that we don't see is there. That's why I rise up the media because we don't have it, so we need it. So I can sit and complain or I can rise it, and I chose to rise it. Why? Because the time has come for the lions to tell our own story. And this is the lion voice. Yili Selassie.
I listen last year the
Yo!
first, and I
Blazing
pick up
fire,
all the
yeah man, this
queens
is
and
Ras
queens
Pele out
all over the world, all the queens who stand for equal rights and justice. I as a king say, let us build the nation. Rastafari, live and reign, because Queen
Belize,
Mama
and the
Fyah
time has
stand
come
for that.
for the lions
Yeah.
to tell our own story.
Greetings.
Right? Yeah, man. We blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah, man. Ras India said that. Blazing fire, lion boy.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Vagabonds and time have come for the lion to tell them one story. This is the Lion's Voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the power to chant. Jah give her the power to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, I Jollifer said that.
Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, yeah. Them fully guard up and them quick fi execute, yeah. Now drop your guard when it come to them, ya youth, yeah. The one will laugh, I'm same one of the shooter. Watching them, this is Rasta Jai representing for the Lion Voice Network. This is the time when the lion gets to tell our own story. Haile Selassie.
I'm Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.